enough podcast about fast food. Not enough podcast about movie. Not enough podcast where two average guys talk about those things for you. Movies over my hammy. Movies over my hammy.
Wait, what's the show? Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Movies Over My Hammy. We are the movie and food review podcast. Loosely speaking, we watch, listen to, or experience something, and then we also eat. I almost said or suck on, like it's like a hard candy, like, and then we eat or suck on a promotional tie-in item, and failing that, we compare a movie of our choice to a Moons Over My Hammy sandwich from Denny's, and we get even more esoteric with it, probably more often than we anticipated, actually, where we will make our own connections between things. We will tie them in. We are the ones who do the tying sometimes.
Speaking of tying, I've tied a cake to my hands. And happy birthday to you. Am I able to say that now?
No, we can sing happy birthday.
Okay, good.
I mean, we're
because
not going
they lost that lawsuit and found they never could have done it in the first place.
Yeah, those old bags, those old fucking biddies trying to keep us from. I like all of the alternate birthday songs that shows came up with.
Adam, it's your birthday.
That's from The Simpsons, right? Wasn't that
Yes.
Lisa's birthday song that
Sung by Michael Jackson.
disgraced singer, disgraced corpse Michael Jackson? Hey, did I ever tell you about how my cat got the same drugs that killed Michael Jackson? Did I tell you that
No.
when we took my cat Clover to be sent to hell or whatever? She liked it. That's where she wanted to go. No,
She wanted to bite Satan's ass in hell.
No, when we took, she had 0 teeth by that point. But
In hell, she'll have teeth.
Exactly. She gets her hellish body.
Or she'll have teeth made of mice or something.
Clover
Oh, no.
doesn't go to hell. She goes there to work. Like, she's in charge. But no, we took my delightful cat Clover, best thing that's ever happened to me in my life, to be put down after she'd had cancer and such. And the doctor was giving her the Fent or whatever. And he said, hey, and like, you know, so I'm like holding my cat's paw or wwhatever. And he's like giving her this big vial of drugs to stop her heart. And he goes, hey, you know, this is the same stuff they gave Michael Jackson.
I thought that put a little smile on your
I
face
did. I
when
said,
you were,
hey, I was like,
walking your cat down the...
I was like, only the best for Clover. But
through tears.
yeah, it was pretty distressing, I will say.
Yeah. Putting an animal down's really sad.
And now those people, that's still our vet.
And you didn't switch vets because this one was bad and killed an animal?
Well, no, they did it because we asked them to. Like, it's extra fucked up. Like, no, I know. No, dude, it was my idea. Not only that, I paid $350 for him to do it.
After the vet put down one of my animals, I never took my animals to the vet again.
I did, right. It is funny because just not 6 months later, our other cat that had cancer at the time we also had to do the difficult thing and take them in to have them put down. And it happened like he just made this sound that was like, I'm ready to go at like fucking at 10:30 on a Sunday at like 10:30 on a Sunday night. And Brittany was like, all right, we got to go. And I was like, all right, let's find a vet, 24-hour vet that's open. And we went to this 24-hour vet. We were there for like 45 minutes. It was fairly distressing, but they handled it really well and shit. And it ended up costing less than like when we had an appointment to do that for my cat. And that's like one thing that I remember going, oh my God, how is this cheaper when we're there at like 11 at night? That's crazy. But it's funny what you think about when you're being traumatized for the rest of your life. And that's that's why I look up Does the Dog Die and stuff, because I have specific trauma. Like I have stuff around pets dying and shit. And somebody,
a lot of people do.
And somebody once criticized me. I think I probably talked about this, where they're like, "Oh, you'll have to look up." People will look up online. They were subtweeting me, obviously, because they just had commented on my tweet about this very thing. It's like, I see what you're fucking doing. But they were like, people will look up if an animal dies in a movie, but then they'll watch like women get killed in movies and stuff.
Why'd they have to say
I've never
women?
like watched a woman get killed in front of me that I've loved for 15 years. Like there's like, it's a difference. Like I get what they're saying. They're saying like, you know, well, why are animal lives more important than people's lives? But it's more just like about what you have specifically gone through. It actually has nothing to do with you, which is surprising, I know, but it's, you know.
Do you ever think like, you know, that trope of like the like guy who will
I know
just,
every
like,
trope.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. Go.
The guy who will like cut through like swaths of henchmen and like murder the hell out of them and torture them, and then get to the final guy and be like, I don't want to be like you, so I'm gonna let you live.
Yeah, but
like,
you just killed all those other people.
Do you ever view that trope as like this slight propaganda of just like rich people trying to disseminate like, okay, but we have to make sure that we have this internal message that every poor person has in their head of like, it's okay to kill all the hench people.
They're cool.
But you don't want to be like us.
Yeah, I think that it's definitely, you know, there's been a lot of stand-up hay made about the Batman villains being normal people who are poor and just like working for the Riddler on the docks or whatever, and then fucking Batman cuts their jaw off with a batarang and they gotta like go to the hospital, and their wife is like, I told you to stop working at the docks, and you're like, oh, my jaw. Like because Bruce Wayne wanted to play fucking superhero.
Yeah. Hey, that's the thing. Everybody who likes to have all those little Twitter stand-ups about Batman and everything, where they're just like, he should pay for infrastructure. And it's like, have you read these comics? Like, they spend way too much boring ass time about how he donates like all of his money to causes.
Don't you worry, they cover that.
Don't you worry. He's, I guess, a good guy. I don't know. He's still a billionaire somehow, but.
Yeah, no, it's generational wealth. That's like what that's like what the soft-brained libs said about Pritzker. Like,
Sure.
They're like, I'm like, well, but he's all billionaires are motherfuckers, and like he's a billionaire. So even though he's saying a few things that you ostensibly agree with, he's still a motherfucker. Like, you know, you'll
himself for it here.
You will agree. So like, are all billionaires bad, or is this one good because you see that he had this, he like got I didn't create this money. He didn't start this generational wealth. He's just doing what he can with it. Well, he's doing what he can with it. So he's housed 50,000 people with his money in the, like he wrote hunger. Checks. Like, cause you know that it would take, like, he could house everybody in Illinois. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he could house every unhoused person in Illinois with a check. And
it's the whole like billionaire thing is like you could solve most of the problems if you just did it.
Yeah, they everybody makes it sound like it's this Herculean task or whatever, and it's like, no, they really do have that much money. You could house every unhoused person in Illinois for JB Pritzker's. I mean, you can figure it out.
This maybe on the last episode, where I'm just like, I think the issue is that billion is like, we gave them a word, you know, like it's a word. Like, nobody knows what the fuck a billion is. Like, nobody can contemplate how much it is.
You ever see those videos where they describe it with like a grain of rice? They're like, this grain of rice is $1 million. And this is how many grains of rice
I'll ever see.
This is how many grains of rice are in $1 billion. And it's just like, man,
insane.
It's so much rice. And rice is little, and it still seems like a lot. It's still like too much rice to make.
Too many rice.
It's like too many rices.
So what are we doing this week?
Well, you started singing the happy birthday song, and that got us off on a bit of a tear. So it is, I turn 44 on March 18th, not trying to give people ammunition for searching for information about me.
Pow. Pow, pow, pow.
Even though you are making finger guns, since this is not a video podcast, even though it could be, we have decent camera pictures.
I was just saying you're giving people ammunition.
I know. I even told them that you were doing. I explained the joke visually for them. That's how on it I was.
You spent the first part of the podcast describing where you live.
So a month ago, Andrew said, "Hey, we should do something on the podcast for our birthdays." And I thought,
this would give us 2 very spread out special episodes. I will say that when I pitched it.
That you didn't know. Did you know that my birthday was March?
Birthdays 1 week apart.
Yeah, so it didn't work out, but it does, because now every year maybe we'll expand it so that next year it's like March is like birthday month, and we like do we do special stuff. So you said, hey, we should, for birthdays, we should pick something like a favorite or something, and then compare it to food, because that's the podcast. And so I picked I wanted to do something Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles related, and I thought about watching the pilot of the cartoon, because I have some stuff I want to talk about that. But I hadn't watched the original movie in 4K, I don't think. So I was like, well, let's do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the 1990, and Domino's Pizza. And I think I did this subconsciously, because I
was gonna say,
because Domino's is the only pizza chain called out in the movie, and I do think that if I'd thought about it for a second, I would remember that the pizza guy who puts the pizza through the grate, like, you know, that if you served a pizza through a grate like that, it would all fall to one side. Like, they don't. I love the Turtles, right? But the pizza physics. I mean, they get into it later with like the cheese on Splinter's head and shit too, but that's not how that would work.
You know, it was absolutely surreal about that moment too. That pizza, and what an ad for Domino's, I'll say. That pizza cost me the same amount as it cost the Turtles in the 1990
right? Isn't that crazy?
Ninja Turtles movie.
And they got $3 off. It was going to be
Well, that's what I'm saying. It costs exactly the same amount with the $3 off.
Yeah, like $10.
Mine was $13.
Oh,
because I got the stuffed crust.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The stuffed crust, baby.
So I've never done the Domino's stuffed crust, because when we order Domino's, which used to be much more often than now, because we have been losing weight the last couple years, but I have been gaining it. We always used to have we almost used to be where we almost have a free pizza in the pizza points on the app. That's kind of where we were sitting most of it. We'd always be like, oh, we don't have a lot of money, but we don't want to cook. Like, how close are we on the free pizza on the pizza app? And so Domino's does have the best pizza app too. We can talk about that. But we always get the $7.99. Well, for you, it's the $6.99 medium 2-topping thing, where you can get, it's 2 or more items at $6.99 each.
Sure.
But in California, it's $7.99, because everything is more expensive. And it's so fucked up, because like, you'll be ordering something on an app from like somewhere else. When you put it in your cart, it'll cost more than it did on the menu, because it's like got the national price on the menu, and then it's got the local price when you click on it. And it's just like, oh man, it's already more expensive to live in paradise, you know? But yeah, so we did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990. Had you ever seen it?
No.
Wow, Jesus Christ. I suppose you're much younger than I am. How old are you?
This movie came out the year I was born.
Oh my God. Well, so you're not even that much younger than me, I guess. Like 8 years is quite a bit. It is a generational gap, I suppose, because of when it happened.
I think you would describe exactly almost a generational gap.
Yeah, if you believe that shit. Now that we all have the same internet, I don't think that I don't think you can use your generation as a reason to like be away anymore, because we all have the same internet, and if you can read and have a phone, you should be the same as everybody else.
I do hear like a lot of older people use slang that I believe is young people slang, but you
don't know because you're not
my
online
age walking around calling things fire, and I'm like, yeah.
Well, you're also not. I guess you're over 30, I suppose. So your birthday episode, we'll keep it a secret what we're doing for your birthday episode. Yeah. So you're turning 32. Wait, 30. You're turning 36.
I'm turning 36.
Wait, so you're 8 years? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Mm-hmm. I'm bad at math, and
no,
also
you got it. You got there.
Don't really care. But I mean, I care about our ages, but I'm like, age is just a number.
It's just a number, man. It's just a number. We're all the same age in the dark.
No, dude, shut up. Like, I get you're doing a bit, but like, I was like, oh man, I hope it doesn't. I hope I'm not doing a podcast with a Chris D'Elia type.
Oh,
a Chris
no.
D'Elia.
Yeah, how do you say his name? The guy who was on. The guy who
pedophile.
They had on the show You playing a pedophilic
one of the
comedian.
pedophiles.
He's like, hey guys, why'd you do that if you didn't know?
You know what's funny is he's I haven't heard anybody say he's on the Epstein logs, which is interesting
he just
because
did his without the help.
Pedophilia is so widespread. That you can be a super famous pedophile and have not had contact with one of the other most famous pedophiles. That's fucking crazy. Like, you'd think that they would that they'd have like some of the same contacts and such. But anyway, we're talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 and Domino's Pizza.
And I was going to ask, do you want a little bit of food news as a little aperitif?
Food news. Yes. It's a segment.
Dairy Queen rolls out new Swicy menu.
Swicy?
Mm-hmm. Dairy Queen welcomes its new Swicy menu featuring sweet and spicy flavors. Flamethrower chicken strip basket. 4 white meat, crispy seasoned chicken strips coated in a blend of spicy peppers and smoky seasonings.
Wow.
Inspired by the chain's flamethrower sauce. Served with vanilla soft serve for dipping. Ugh.
Wait, did you just say paired with vanilla soft serve for dipping?
For dipping.
That's AI did that. Like, that's AI has got to be stopped because clearly no human. Like, I've been watching Dairy Queen menus forever.
Mm-hmm.
No human says you use ice cream as a dipping sauce.
For dipping.
For dipping. Insane that they would let AI run roughshod over their promotions like this.
Served with vanilla soft serve for dipping, fries, Texas toast, and a choice of dipping sauce.
But why do you need dipping sauce? You have a cup of soft serve. You have a cup of rapidly melting soft serve ice cream to dip those in.
It's also available with 6 chicken strips instead of 4.
Wow.
Spicy chicken strip sandwich, which has 2 crispy chicken strips, tomatoes, chopped lettuce, and flamethrower sauce, served on a toasted bun with a healthy layer of vanilla soft serve.
Oh, wow, dude.
That one's a joke.
But the first one, the dipping one, they really do want you to dip a chicken strip into vanilla soft serve.
They do.
We should do that. We should find a movie to watch for dipping a chicken strip, and then we have to do it on camera. We have to
do you think there's just like inexplicably a movie called Swicey.
Oh, I forgot this is called Swicey. The other thing about that, it sounds like the sweat of your ass. It sounds like if you've been out and about at Universal Studios or something, you may refer to the state of your ass crack at the end of the day as Swicey.
There is a girl group. It looks like
Cat's Eye?
they look to be Korean. Unis, who has a song called Swicey. So
Wait,
we could review the menu against one song.
but so that song about Swicey chicken? Is it about a sweet and spicy? That's gotta be.
I think it's just about sweet and spicy.
Which they probably have a lot of that in Korea.
The Food Institute says 53% of Gen Z shoppers say they enjoy Swicey heat.
Excuse me?
I hate where I live.
It's a bad like.
I hate the time that I live.
Well, it's also good because
is
for a
also
while they had diseases figured out, and then they're trying to
don't worry, we
not
got
figure
that.
it out now. But
Yeah.
we had like.
That's so we can get cool and interesting new diseases.
It's so strange to live like to be like, man, things were almost better, and
We're
then
close.
it just got so much worse. And
We're gonna
it's
get back. Woke 2.0 is coming, or is here.
sure. I'll tell you
knows?
what. I'll talk to you about Woke 2.0 on November 10th, 2026, and then we will see.
We elect Gavin Newsom.
We will see how things go. That's not. That's first off, you're ahead of the
don't
game.
want
That's
that
2
one.
years.
I don't want that
That's
one.
yours. You
Oh yeah, 26.
by bringing
yes.
it up, you are doing the thing because we should not even discuss his name in context of the presidential election because
Whose name? I said nothing.
we're not
What are
going to
we
have to worry
talking
about it. He's like political Voldemort. We're not.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and also can't talk about that either. God damn. Woke 2. That was PC. Like she was, but
Yeah.
because it goes PC woke 2.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so
that's
I
true.
I can't remember. We were talking about dipping chicken strips in ice cream, I guess. I don't know. What?
Yeah, there's also a new pineapple lemon DQ cooler.
Ooh.
Lemonade and pineapple syrup blended with soft serve and misty slush, then topped with tahini, chili lime seasoning. That sounds pretty good.
It does.
I'll say.
It's strange. I never really think about juice and ice cream.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's syrups that they blend with soft serve, and then they add a misty slush, which I don't know. Is that like
That is definitely like an
Sierra
icy.
mist?
That is it's
Okay.
a Slurpee.
And then finally, they have a new tahini and pineapple lemonade DQ sparkler with tahini. So it's a similar blend, except it is lemonade with pineapple syrup topped with tahini.
Wow.
Also sounds okay.
And tahini, that's that stuff that comes in the little bottle, right? Tahini is the red stuff that you put on like a margarita.
Yeah, tahini. No, maybe I've not had it on a margarita, but it's what Kelsey would call Lucas. It's
Well, I
like,
don't drink alcohol because it is
it's,
of the devil, so I wouldn't know. But
They put it on like mango strips sometime. Do you know this? The
no, I don't order a lot of mango strips. I'm more of a chicken strips and soft serve kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still like I got distracted by that chicken serves and soft serve shit. Like that's AI. Like they literally put prompts in where they were like, we want a spicy chicken basket at DQ, and Chat GPT put all that shit together, and in it threw soft serve for dipping, and not one fucking human being read that. Like they generated art. There's art of the chicken strip basket with a little cup of soft serve ice cream next to it for dipping. And it probably says on the
exists.
picture,
I'm looking at it.
asterisk, for dipping, I would imagine.
It looks good. There are a lot of fries in it.
Well, yeah, ice cream is good. And
It
I
also
have...
has 2 drinks with very fake looking straws coming out of them.
I'm not even saying don't dip stuff in ice cream, because I have dipped many a McDonald's French fry in a milkshake in my life,
Many
but
Wendy's fry into the
Frosty.
Into the Frosty.
Yeah, but But to suggest, like, if I walked into a Dairy Queen, which wouldn't happen because they don't have them here. I have to go to a mall food court if I want to get a Dairy Queen, and it's very, very not likely they're going to have any of the national promotions. So I'm sure they would look at me like a crazy person anyway if I asked for a cup of vanilla soft serve for dipping.
For dipping, please.
But if I walked into a Dairy Queen and I was like looking at the menu, and then I like look around the restaurant and I see people are like eating chicken strips and they're just dipping them in soft serve like everybody at the restaurant, I'd be like, oh, I walked into like a They Live. I walked into like a sort of a invasion of the body snitchers sort of thing. You
can't look too long or they're all gonna in unison turn towards you.
And be like, no, for dipping. They all look at you and make eye contact and they go, for dipping.
There's did you ever play the RoboCop video game?
No. For Genesis?
No, there's a new one.
Oh, no.
There's a new one. So it's very good.
Isn't it Rogue City? Is that?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's either the game or an expansion to that game. But yes, it's quite good. But there is like, I don't even know if you'd call it a glitch. It's just how the game works. You can walk around the world and people are having conversations. And if you go up to them during their conversation, they'll finish their conversation and then they'll stop and every person in the conversation will in unison turn towards you.
Well, that's what would happen if you were the RoboCop. Like,
Yes.
You'd be like, excuse me, is this some sort of, are you seeing the RoboCop next to us, man? Like, we're just having a
But they'll just be
conversation.
like, I don't trust Robo. I think he should get out of here.
Oh, is that what, do they call him Robo in the game?
Yes.
No.
Yes, they call him Robo in the game.
No, they don't.
They do.
They don't call him Robo.
They call him Robo. I'm sorry. Some of them do. Not ones who like him.
They just call him Cop.
Call him Cop. So here's some comments on that article, just because we got comments, I was going to be annoyed at Swicey, but apparently that's not new slang.
Okay, so just a heads up, you can still be annoyed by it, even if it's old slang.
No, if it's marketing, I like it. Someone said it's better than speet.
Excuse me? Like spicy heat?
Yeah, speet.
Oh,
Or spicy,
speed.
spicy sweet.
Oh, speed.
Swicy and moist are the cringiest words I have come across.
Well, one of those is a word, moist, that exists. And one of them is marketing speak that was sucked into an AI.
Yeah. This is someone replying to that. Least moist is a good adjective. I love using it during food cuttings / tastings because I can watch people visually cringe in real time. Wow. Swicy is just the worst kind of marketing portmanteau, and it's been around for a couple years now thanks to stupid hot honey. You say the whole thing together like a Tribe Called Quest.
I've never heard the word Swicy before today.
Me neither.
I think maybe I had, but I just put it aside out of my head, because you'd have to be some kind of psychopath to go on to a message board or where is this? This is under the copy. Is this a comment on the Dairy Queen ad?
No, these are our beloved commenters from brandeating.com.
Oh, okay. So now
these are all names and faces I recognize.
Now I have located myself in the world of our podcast.
Yeah, because you've also got really helpful comments like this. Didn't get the Swicy item because I saw the wild Alaskan fish sandwich on the menu. It was good. Maybe a tad too long in the fryer, but very tasty. Ate half the fries on the drive home.
So that person went to, so let me ask you this. Do you think there's a couple of things that could have happened with their experience? Do you think they saw the Swicy menu advertised? Possibly online.
On brandeating.com.
Possibly on brandeating.com. And they said, I'm going to try it. They go in on the drive there. They're thinking Swicy, Spicy. Oh man, I'm gonna try that spicy shit. And then they get there and they look up at the menu and they're about to say spicy and they're like, "I'll take that Alaskan cod." I was not
Wild cod.
I was not expecting this. So then they got the Alaskan cod sandwich instead. And then they came back here. They came back and they went, "Oops, I fucked up." And they got my ass.
But I do need to post a review here. I do have to do that. I'm compelled to talk about this wild Alaskan sandwich here.
Here's the thing.
They also posted a picture of the wild Alaskan
fish
sandwich.
The community at brandeating.com, they expect something of me. They expect me. If they know that there's a spicy menu at Dairy Queen, they expect me to go get it. And they don't want to wait for me to actually get it in subsequent visits. They need to know that I tried. And then this Alaskan cod just fucking a little too long in the fryer, but it was really good.
Now, this same person comments often in here. They have such good comments as, "Yeah, DQs aren't exactly urban fast food joints. Definitely suburbs and more bedroom community focused. That homely feel was more of Warren Buffett's liking."
Bedroom community focused. I'm assuming that's racist. I don't know much. I don't know terms like that, but I'm going to assume that that's a racist thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I can't even begin. Do you think it's like old folks?
No, I think it's where you have multiple bedrooms in your home. I think it's multifamily dwellings. I think when you say bedroom communities, for some reason, like people who have an extra bedroom that they're.
Got it.
We'll never know. I refuse to Google bedroom communities because then I'll end up on some list. They'll probably think I want to be a landlord or something. Yeah. Start getting landlord stuff.
And then this is a fun. I mean, there's two on here. The soft serve dipping for the chicken fingers is kind of hilarious / cute.
Kind of hilarious. That's one thing I wanted to mention. I forgot. I imagine that guy. I imagine that person dipping their wild caught Alaskan cod sandwich in a big bowl of fucking soft serve ice cream because they're like, "Well, I came here to dip something in ice cream. I'm definitely going to do that."
Yep. And my favorite, I think, this guy's just got a profile picture of Mewtwo. And he says, "Imagine walking into a DQ carrying an actual flamethrower. And when they ask you what you want to eat, you respond with, 'Isn't it obvious?'"
Isn't it obvious I want to eat my last meal before being executed because I've murdered a bunch of people at a Dairy Queen?
Isn't it obvious?
Isn't it obvious what I want?
That does kind of tie in with the chain we've chosen today. Speaking of hostage situations in restaurants.
What? Did something happen at a Domino's? That's the other thing. We used to pronounce it Domino's before we could talk.
Dynamo. Uh-huh.
Dynamo.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
You're thinking of Geronimo?
No, I'm thinking... For many years, I thought the
Are we done with food
Crazy
news?
Train was something else. We're done with food
news. Okay, because I felt bad because I felt like when I said we're going to start talking about we're going to talk about the food, and then you said let's do food news. I want our podcast. That's a kind of food. I want our podcast to work. You know, like I didn't want to step on your toes. Like if you want to do food news, I was not trying to get us to the subject of the episode. So I'm glad we got to talk about dipping chicken strips in ice cream. I don't find it cute. I think it's psychotic. And
I don't know if I find it anything, but definitely not cute.
Do you do you agree with me? Do you agree with me that AI decided that? Do you agree with me that AI said a cup? Because they've had stuff they've never had.
So here's the thing. Maybe. Right? Because the frosty French fry thing has been a thing forever.
Yeah.
And like this could be an advertising person being like, we got to come up with something new. We have the soft serve and we can't do the fry thing because everyone's already doing that. So what if hot chicken strip in ice cream.
The look on your face. We need to make that a video part of the thing. Because, yeah, dude, that's the, like, you can tell somebody's got a good idea when it looks like you're looking at them through a prism. You know, like you can tell somebody's got a good idea when their face contorts unnaturally in the most heinous of ways. Like that's confidence. That's a confident look. It's interesting because I'm trying. So I've been talking. So I muted myself in my monitors because I have it cranked so much to hear you, but then I feel like I'm talking over you extra much. And then when I muted myself in my monitors, now I'm talking much fucking louder for some reason. So if I just got a lot louder on the podcast, it's because I muted myself and I'm yelling to hear myself talk because
that is funny.
It will take me, I will never figure this the fuck out, dude. I will never get this right.
I have spoken for many things, for podcasts, for jobs, for lots of speaking in my life. I don't know how to raise my voice without it being uncomfortable, I feel like.
Well, yeah, you're also a soft-spoken guy.
A soft-spoken guy.
Yeah, yeah. But
did I ever tell you when we both worked at the carpet cleaning place? You know, where we worked there in a call center?
Yes.
This thing that we both did?
Sure.
I took an incoming call. And I answered this call and I said, "Hello, name of company. This is Andrew. How can I help you?" And this person's response was just laughing.
Oh, because of your voice?
I was
well, you sound kind of like Ray Romano. You know, I never want to mention it because I bet you get it all the time. But you definitely have a voice that is more unique than regular.
Yeah. So this lady's just laughing. And I'm like,
I mean, she's an asshole. Like, just so you know,
she was
like,
a huge asshole.
I don't agree with what she's doing, but like,
yeah,
you know,
no, she's laughing and laughing. I was like, what's up?
Hey, welcome to, hey, hello,
welcome to name of company.
Hello,
have you met my wife, Deborah?
I almost said
here.
where we worked. That's my Ray Romano impression is just
but she's like losing it and I'm like, "What's up? Are you okay?" And she goes, "That's not your real voice." And I'm just like, no,
I assure you
it is. And she's like, "No, it isn't." And I was like, oh no, I don't know where this goes from here.
Well, you're like, I can't do a voice.
About to be very uncomfortable.
You're thinking like, this is my job. The customer's always right. Do I have to do a voice now? Like, do I have to be like, you're right. This is how I act. I'm Mickey Mouse. That was a good Mickey Mouse. I didn't want that to get away from you.
Thank you. Good.
So you said there was hostages at a Domino's? What?
Yeah, do you remember a little guy?
No.
Gender male, occupation pizza destroyer, and you were advised to avoid him at all costs.
The Noid?
The Noid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for those who are unaware, the Noid, he ruined pizzas.
He was the star of a Nintendo game.
Yeah, called Yo Noid.
Yo Noid.
Did you know this?
Yeah.
I had that game.
I played Yo Noid. I didn't own it. I worked at a Nintendo store.
Oh, yeah.
A Nintendo rentals and sales place. Well, I also played the 7-Up game, The Spot.
Yeah, Cool Spot.
Cool Spot.
I love Cool Spot. I had Cool Spot Saves History or whatever, where he was like going through.
I did not know there was a second. I did not know there was a Cool Spot follow-up. Holy shit, dude.
But yeah, the Noid, very popular ad campaign.
Claymation.
Yes. He's one of those classic mascots that like fucks up your food. Like he's like a classic anti-mascot. Like kind of like a Trix Rabbit, right?
Right.
I mean, Trix Rabbit was trying to get the food.
Well, so the Noid wants you to not enjoy Domino's. So the Noid's goal,
you have to avoid him.
The Noid's goal is to ruin Domino's business.
Yes.
Okay.
So
do we know
avoid the
why?
Noid.
Do we know why? Like, did Domino's do something to the Noid's family? Like, do we know why the Noid is so mad? Because Domino's is so good?
So it says here that the Noid's penis was terribly burned by Domino's Pizza when he tried to have sex with a freshly cooked pizza.
Well,
and he forever donned a bunny suit.
So I wouldn't
feel called himself the Noid.
I wouldn't have felt bad. I would have felt bad about that until you said that he was fucking the pizza. Like if the cheese had just fallen off, like if he was just eating a slice naked and cheese fell off the pizza and landed on his penis and burned it, you know,
Well, does it make you feel better that it also says here that did happen, but that actually made him want to do more because he, you know,
he liked it.
Pleasure is pain kind of guy.
He's like a Cenobite.
Yeah, but it ruined it for good. It burned it like really bad.
So the Noid was a mascot.
Is this good?
The Noid was a mascot made of clay. You mentioned he's bunny-like. That's good. Describe the Noid for us. Describe the Noid for us, Andrew.
I love the Noid. I do.
He's one of the great. He's one of the all-timers.
Interesting mascot. He's very strange. His whole thing was he just tried to ruin pizzas. He was a weird freak. He's a guy. He's supposed to be like a human man, claymation, who is in a red onesie that has the letter N on it, and then he has red bunny ears for some reason. Really cool. Like, I like his design a lot.
Great design.
It's inexplicable.
Very 80s, 90s. Like, it is such an 80s ass design to me. I don't know why, but I just probably because that's when it happened.
Yeah, and it ran from. He honestly lasted for longer than I thought. That's surprising. Yeah, he ran from 86 to 95.
9 years of the Noid.
And in 88, they were trying to make a show called The Noids.
Like a claymation show.
Amid complaints that it was merely an advertising ploy and not a show for children. Unlike great for children shows like Transformers and He-Man, which were definitely not just ads for toys.
And California Raisins, which was an ad for raisins. I bet the Noid. Do you think that I bet the Noid was the same advertising company as the California Raisins. The animation seems very similar to me. We'll never know. There's no way to find out, but I definitely because claymation was so big at the time too, you know, everything. I think that I feel like it was cheap.
Yeah.
Like can you imagine a time when making stop motion animation was less costly than making a fucking cartoon? Like now I'm certain that stop motion animation would cost you 5 times as much as like a digitally animated fucking like that you
especially since how much people I can get on my soapbox about stop motion. I went to school for stop motion because that was like my bag.
Cool.
Right. And the amount that people want, like for instance, like Mutant Mayhem, you know, Puss in Boots' Last Wish, Into the Spider-Verse, everyone wants that stop motion look with their 3D animation, right? So they want that like kind of choppy look. But they cut frames like
but they should just do stop motion animation then.
But the inverse is true in the stop motion world, where the people who are making stop motion are weird freaks who all want it to look so smooth that it's indistinguishable from
cell animation. Yeah.
So then you're just spending a lot of money to do nothing.
Yeah. Did you like? I never saw that Charlie Kaufman Anomalisa.
That one's really good.
Is it? It looked sad. Yeah. It looked like
it is quite.
I bet it's about a guy who's dying and he's like, oh, but he's like claymation. He's like a claymation guy going, oh.
No, it is about a guy who sees. Like every person in his life has the same generic face, and they're all voiced by Tom Noonan. And it is just about a guy who cannot relate to anybody because they are all in his head the same person. And then he like meets someone who isn't, and then like how long will that last is kind of like the it is sad. It's very funny, and like the thing that really sets that one apart is it really wants, like, it's really interested in being stop motion. Like they leave the face split lines in.
Yeah.
'Cause stop motion often has the like swap out bottoms and tops of faces.
Of course,
and
yes.
then in post they clean up the line. But if you just leave it in, you know what it is. Same with like it's that new one from the guy who did Nightmare Before Christmas. It has Key and Peele in it.
I don't know, but he that's
Why am I blanking?
Henry Selick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Henry Selick did why am I blanking on it? It is about like two little devils that like are bedeviling a girl.
I don't. And this is a new film that's like in theaters.
It's not that new. It's a Netflix movie, Wendell and Wild.
I haven't had Netflix in a very long time, so like there was a time when I just would have seen every single thing on Netflix because it would show up and I would click on it. But Netflix is the streaming service that I have not had for the longest, because like when the very first Chappelle thing happened, I was like, oh, I don't have to pay. I don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't need to do this.
Yeah, this is after Coraline, Selick felt stop motion animation had become so smooth that it had become indistinguishable from computer animation. I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. He decided to allow flaws such as keeping the seam lines on replacement faces visible and shooting fewer frames per second. Yeah, you should check out Wendell and Wild.
And he did,
good.
but
It's like,
well, so him and the Anomalisa guy. Wait, did you say Anomalisa was also very interested in being stop motion? Like that left the lines in and shit too.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I loved Ray Harryhausen when I was a kid. Like if I had any aptitude for visual art, I definitely could have saw myself going into either something like stop motion animation or visual effects, like practical effects, because that, like we've watched such great, like, you think about Pumpkinhead. Like I think about like if I, that's like the tops.
There's a really good, I'm sure you've seen Brain Dead. Have you seen Brain Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like the thing that starts spreading the zombie virus, like this weird little rat monkey thing.
The Sumatran rat monkey.
Stop motion. yeah, I love it.
Yeah, he steps on its head and its eye shoots out and lands in his mom's mouth.
What a movie.
Yeah. And then she, so yes, I've seen Brain Dead / Dead Alive probably a dozen times. And it is one of my favorite movies. Another one of I think the best feat of stop motion in that movie, though, is the intestines that come out of the bathtub. Like, remember
I don't remember that.
Oh, dude. So it's
been a while since I've seen Dead Alive.
So there's this one monster, or this one zombie that gets cut in half, and his like guts and stuff fall out of his top half. And then the guts themselves become an animated like zombie.
That's pretty good.
It also has my favorite scene in a zombie. It might be my favorite scene in a zombie movie, I think, when they're the people from the church come over to eat lunch with him and his mom. And his mom is like turning into a zombie at the time.
Yep.
And it's like where they eat that pudding. They eat that pudding and like, pudding. He drops an ear, her ear falls in the pudding and she eats it or whatever. And that's gross. But one of the quotes that stuck in my head, like when I do my podcast about all the lines that are stuck in my head all the time, the guy from the church goes, yeah, so we'll be discussing it at our annual meeting. And she goes, annual meeting. And they're just like, huh. And they got to act like she's not turning into an undead fucking creature. But yeah, annual meeting is something I think about every fucking day, I would imagine.
No, what really sticks out to me about that scene is not so much the eating of the ear, but it's the spitting out of like the earring.
Oh yes,
if I remember.
Yep. And I believe if I recall correctly, one of her goiters squirts pus into somebody's pudding, and then they eat the pudding. What a great fucking movie! It's so movie. Dude. It's so fucking great. Like, and then just like I remember when my buddy, we tried to watch Dead Alive, and it was before I had been exposed to a lot of that stuff, and I was like nervous that it was going to be scary or whatever. And it is probably the funniest movie. Like, it's one of my top 20 comedies of all time.
Yeah.
He's got the lawnmower at the end, like
the straps to his chest.
just the whole. I mean, it's like Weekend at Bernie's times 1,000. Like, because he's trying to pretend everything is normal for so long. For so long. He has them all in his basement. He's got like a family of monsters in his basement, like belching pus and like having a baby and stuff. Like, so Domino's, the Noid.
The Noid was created by Group 243, whereas the California Raisins were created by Foot, Cone, and Belding.
Oh, I knew about Foot, Cone, and Belding though. I'm an advertising head. I should have known that they were different.
Yeah. FCB, of course.
Yeah, you can see the style of the animation is so different.
But yeah, the Noid, the big campaign for the Noid was Avoid the Noid. Do you know about this?
Yes.
Have you heard it? Have you seen this?
Which is interesting because you associate the Noid with Domino's. So if somebody tells you to avoid the Noid, wouldn't you think that
I'll avoid Domino's.
Yeah, the easiest way to do that would be don't go to Domino's. I imagine that's where the Noid is. You invented him.
Yeah. So Avoid the Noid, huge campaign, did very well for them.
Launched an NES franchise.
Which there was supposed to be a sequel. Or no, it's a fan-made sequel called Yo Noid 2, Enter the Void.
Ooh, avoid the Noid in the void. I like that.
When we were first doing our podcast, Enter the Void, or Tomorrow the Void, me and Kelsey, I would very badly pitch the character Avoid the Noid.
Avoid. His name is Avoid, like A-Void.
Yeah, he's Avoid. Yes. Or Annoyed the Void, because he's a void.
Can you believe we've been talking for an hour? I just looked at the
my God.
Presumably somebody listens. I just looked because I looked up at GarageBand to check on something. I was like, God damn. And yeah, we were recording for about a few minutes before we started. And thank you.
We're going to talk about food shortly.
But because I got stuff I want to say about Domino's.
Okay. So how we're finally tying food news back in. Hostage situation. Avoid the Noid campaign. On January 30th, 1989, Kenneth Lamar Noid.
I do remember this now. Ken Noid.
Yeah. He's a mentally ill man who believed that the Avoid the Noid campaign was telling people to avoid him.
And he is a people person. So for him, that was quite upsetting.
Yeah. But yeah, if you had like paranoid delusions and you notice people were avoiding you.
Well, plus you're paranoid.
And, this is the big campaign.
It's in the fucking thing. It's in the name of the thing.
So he entered a Domino's restaurant in Chamblee, Georgia. Armed with a .357 Magnum and held two employees hostage.
It's a Dirty Harry
for
gun.
5 hours. I know. He got the cool
one.
After ranting to the employees about how Domino's owner, Tom Monahan, had stolen his name, Noid forced them to call the Domino's headquarters to demand $100,000 and a white limousine as a getaway car.
And then he got away. He got the money.
Yes. No, it does have a sad ending.
Oh no, did he get killed? Okay.
He offered to exchange a hostage for a copy of the novel The Widow's Son by Robert Anton Wilson.
Robert Anton Wilson taking strays. That guy's like, oh God, what? Robert Anton Wilson, he's like, sales have been rough, but.
Yep. He forced the employees to make him pizza because he got hungry. And then while he was eating, he had his gun in his lap, and his hostages escaped. And he surrendered to the police afterwards. He was charged with kidnapping, aggravated assault, extortion, and possession of a firearm during a crime.
But really, he is somebody who was probably on the street because Ronald Reagan closed all of the fucking mental health facilities 7 years earlier.
Yes.
So it's not really his fault. Like that's what I'm a big fan of blaming superstructures and society structures for things like that. I stand with that Noid.
Well,
wait, hold on.
That's good.
Are you going to be like, he was also super racist?
No. He was found not guilty by reason of insanity. Got put in a mental institution. And died by suicide.
No.
In 95 when they discontinued the Noid.
It didn't. And wait. So wait, did he really commit suicide the same year that they ended the campaign? No. Did he? Was it mentioned in his note?
No, I don't actually know. I have not. Yeah, I've not looked deeply into the suicide of a stranger on the internet. But yeah, he died, and then they discontinued. I believe,
in memoriam.
And like, people do speculate that they are linked, but they say that it's
Isn't it funny that they did it for 6 years after somebody took hostages because of the campaign? It must have been a very successful campain that the negative fucking flack that they got for getting somebody to take out. Like, I'd be like, the next day, like if I was Schuster, Rankin, and Douche, the ad company that created the Noid or whoever, like I'd be like, oh no, they're definitely pulling this contract tomorrow. We're gonna have to shut down production on all the Noid. Oh, they don't give a shit. No, we're back in business.
Oh, okay.
At work tomorrow morning. We're Noiding it up. Don't separate the clay into its colors for use for different characters later. I'm assuming that's what they do.
It looks like the same animation studio did make California Raisins, but it was different companies that
you know what? Oh my god, it's so funny because when you said that they were different, I was like, yeah, but it's definitely the same animators, right? Like, I'm such a stupid dork. Like, oh my god,
you are.
Yeah, you are. Hey, fuck you, man.
I mean, that's the thing though too, is like, you could probably guess that because the amount of these in operation at any given time is like 2.
Right?
Like, they're so expensive.
And so but here's one question. So you're a stop motion guy. Why isn't this a stop motion podcast? Like, why are we...
What does that mean?
Well, like, you know, it would be I'd be made of clay.
Stop motion animate the 2.5 hour episodes.
Like, I'd be made of clay.
The longest stop motion movie ever made.
Every week. And it's just this. Yeah, it's just like a stage picture of us.
Old Mad God, like 70-minute movie that took 10 years to make.
But then you watch it and you're like, yeah, but he wasn't working on it the whole time. Like, he kind of threw his hands up at the end. Like, it took 8 years.
You watch it, you're like,
I love Mad God as a piece of art, and I would say that like you can tell that it took him 10 years to make the first 60 minutes. And then the last 20 minutes were made in an afternoon because they had a DVD release coming finally.
I'll say that Mad God would have, to me, done better if he had just left all the
just stop at the end, just like,
and just left it at this weird, like, esoteric guy just like wandering through stuff and doing stuff. I don't need to have this weird guy with these super fake long fingernails and toenails.
All the doctor stuff, like all the surgeons and stuff like that. What a turn. And also, so do you like the videos of the band Tool then? Like, are you familiar with like Adam Jones and the stop motion stuff that he did? Because he used to work for Phil Tippett. Like, so the guitar.
I've never been a Tool guy.
I wouldn't expect you. I wouldn't expect you to be. They are jock rock. I came at them from a different fucking angle. So I like to think of myself as not a Tool guy, but I know all of the Tool stuff and I've seen them and such. But Adam Jones, their guitar player, is a stop motion animation guy who worked with Phil Tippett. In fact, I think he may have worked on Mad God, like when they were, that he's one of the many animators over the decades that had weird. But the first few Tool videos, like the first 5 Tool videos, are stop motion. and they're fucking like, I can't believe you're not familiar with them, just because they are like, you'd be watching MTV and then like a fucking insane like just absolutely horrifying stop motion video would play for 7 minutes. Like, it's really crazy. The video for Prison Sex and the video for Stink Fist, they're all like really very disturbing, cool. Like, it all looks like Mad God. Like, when you watch Mad God, you expect it to be like and like it's like a Tool song, you know? Yeah, well, that's Maynard doesn't do that, but that's what you imagine.
Tool.
Yeah, yes, that is what the fans of Tool would say. Yes, I have listened to goofy music.
The fans of Tool would be like, that's so mathematically
I just
good.
don't like Tool anymore because they're millionaires. It's just like, I can't, it's so hard to listen to a band once they're millionaires. Like, I'm praying that nobody tells me, hey, you know, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, they're fucking millionaires, dog.
Imagine they're not.
I know they are.
Man.
I know they are.
They have to be. Do you want me to look up their net
No,
worth?
because it's not correct. But yeah, like, I just don't like to think about it, because I hate rich people with every fiber of my being.
Says they're the world's first trillionaires
What?
after merchandise sales. Yeah.
It's because they released 36 versions of the same record. So
all of them have images that look like a penis-shaped wrench.
that's Tool.
I saw
You're
somebody
not talking about
walking
King
around
Gizzard.
with a Tool. Oh yeah, I got distracted. I hate those Tool sweaters so
Yeah.
much. I think they look so
It's
trashy
just such a.
and stupid.
It's like it's.
I like trashy, stupid stuff. That's a bridge too far.
Which
for
is
me.
funny, because it's basically energy drink progressive music, and it's you're an energy drink guy, so you'd think there'd be some crossover there.
Yeah, but I like drinking energy drinks. I don't like to.
You don't
tell
like the
people that I
culture
drink
of energy drink. You don't have the Monster logo tattooed on your ankle.
No, I have a sleep disorder. I need
I
them.
almost forgot the word ankle and called it a leg wrist. I almost said you get that Monster tattoo on your leg wrist. So that's where I'm at on daylight savings morning.
I mean, in my studies of Japanese, that is how you talk about ankles. It's the foot wrist,
Wow.
and stuff like that. Yeah, you do just.
That makes sense
stuff.
because of martial arts. They want to
Yep.
keep it streamlined how you refer to things.
Karate is Sky Fist, I think. It's been a while. Been neglecting my studies.
You've always seemed like the kind of guy who's into Japanese culture, but not like appropriation-y about it. You know, I've always like, I would
thank
never
you,
have
thank you.
like, you can tell, like, when you talk to somebody and you don't, like, you talk to them you hang out with them casually for a year and you don't know that they're into anime. And then they mention like, oh, I was reading this manga. It's like, you read manga? It's like, oh yeah, it's actually a big portion of my life. I spend, it's just not my identity. That's all. Like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
You don't have that bleach tattoo on your forehead?
No, I've got Naruto Uzumaki. No, I've never.
The
read
only
any of
thing
that.
I know about Naruto is how he runs because of weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the movie
Yeah.
Weapons, they do the Naruto run.
They do the Naruto run. I know that, and then I know that his son is named Boruto because I thought it was.
I
a
didn't
joke.
know that was his son.
I genuinely thought it was a parody manga called Boruto about a boring Naruto. And I was like, that's pretty funny. And then I found out that it was real, and I was like, oh.
But if you talk to the
that's
fans,
bad.
they'll tell you it's just a boring Naruto. I don't know what fans think about it. I only watch animes that are like a role playing game.
Yeah.
And JoJo.
Oh yeah, you love your isekais.
I don't.
The ones.
Is that
ones where
is that
people-
one where they do the dragon sexual assault? No, that's Arafueta.
what?
Arafueta?
No, isekai is like when you die and you come back to life in a.
Oh
fantasy
yes,
role-playing
those are
game or
great.
something.
Sword Art Online and so many others. Ooh,
I saw an article thing that I don't even know if it was real, but it was just an article headline about Japanese truck drivers are hard to find because people try to jump in front of trucks.
They want to get sent to an isekai. Oh no!
Might have been like an onion headline
or
sort of thing,
you know, like a creepy pasta or something like that.
Oh, a creepy. Okay, you tell your thing. I have a good creepy pasta.
I don't know what thing I was gonna tell though. What was I talking about?
We were talking about isekais.
Oh yeah. So what's the level 1? What's the solo level? We watched solo leveling. We liked that.
Arise.
Yes, we liked solo leveling. I'm looking forward to the next season of that. That guy's cool because he's just like, it's so funny when there's a character that's just absolutely god tier. You're not going to be able to fight that guy, or like they should just let that guy do all the stuff. I don't know. Solo leveling rules. I like it a lot.
I love solo leveling. Yeah, it was a really good.
I was surprised how much I liked Sword Art Online. I thought that was good as hell too.
Interesting.
You've not Sword Art Online? Yeah, it's another one of those. No. They go into it. Sword Art Online is a thing where something happens outside the game, so that everybody who's inside the game at the time gets transport, like they're in the world for real and they can't get out. And so it's them trying to figure out getting out, and they eventually get out, and then they go back in to a different game called Gun Art Online.
That's pretty good.
It's not as good of the Gun Art Online season is not as good as the Sword Art one, but it's the same kind of shit.
Did you ever watch Bofuri? I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense.
No, but I have seen that on the list
really
because
good.
I've watched. Is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Because I've watched
that's a that one's a little hornier.
I definitely have been like watching an anime and then realized I was watching one of the very horny ones, but I'm already into it. Mm-hmm. Like I can't tell how horny it's going to be.
You're watching fan service.
Yeah, like is it going to be Spy Family horny, or is it going to be fucking, Arafueta horny, where it's like a guy sexually assaults a dragon? Like we were watching Arafueta.
I have not engaged with the sexual assault of a dragon.
We were watching Arafueta, and it's like, this is kind of hornier than we would like, because all the characters wanted to fuck this guy or whatever. It's like real harem vibes shit, like the real ass harem show stuff, and fucking, which I guess, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon is a harem show as well, but I like it, so everybody shut up. But Arafueta, the guy, sexually assaults a dragon, and she's not into it at first, but then she is, and my wife was like, I'm done with this show, and I was like, yeah, what the hell, dude? Like, I just wanted to watch a show about a person in a fantasy world with low possible levels of horniness, just because it's a certain amount of that comes with the genre. But
so Bofuri's whole thing is she doesn't want to get hurt, so she maxes out her defense.
Pretty straightforward.
But it's fairly straightforward, but it just keeps evolving where she keeps putting all of her stats into defense. And it is so game breaking. Like, it will continually cut to like these weird bunnies in like the Matrix who are just like, we've never designed the game to interact with someone like this, because enemies will just come up to her and just like wail on her, and like she's like nothing.
So does she tank then?
Yeah, she just slowly like pokes them for like 1 damage, and her fights last like days and stuff. And it's this.
I'm gonna have to watch that now. I've seen it advertised to me.
It's very funny.
Yeah. So Domino's Pizza, or wait, what was the creepy pasta you wanted to look up?
I can't find it. It's a thing I think about most days, is at some point in time, and the internet's so unusable now. Like,
you could never find it. The Wayback Machine, like never. You don't even have to worry about people finding all the shit that you said.
But it was an old creepypasta I found at some point in history about Slender Man ordering from a Papa John's.
Oh.
And like it was a video, because the guy was doing a voice.
Hi, I'm Slender Man.
No, he was doing this voice for Slender Man.
I'm Slender Man.
I'll take a pizza with human blood sauce. that was the big thing. Is like Slender Man calls this guy on the phone and he's like, okay, this guy's voice is kind of weird.
Does Slender Man drink
and he orders
blood?
a perfectly I don't know. He orders a perfectly normal pizza, except at the end he goes, with human blood sauce.
That's pretty great.
And then he also goes, and I'll take 2 extra cups of human blood sauce for dipping.
Okay, so that guy is funnier than us, and he should have an incredibly successful Patreon, because that's the best.
It was one of those good things where this guy, probably funnier than us because he thought it was serious. Like like this was an attempt to be a scary story.
Do you remember? Do you remember when did you ever see that viral? You're not an internet guy, so maybe not. But there's a comedian named Kate Berlant. Super fucking funny. Wait, was it Kate Berlant? Somebody went to a Halloween party dressed as the Babadook, and it's like a famous picture of like when you think that everybody's gonna show up to the Halloween party dressed in costumes, but it's more like adult people sitting around drinking wine and cheese. I don't. That wasn't Kate Berlant. It was somebody else, and now I feel really bad because she's like, it was like every year on Twitter they would do a big thing for the anniversary of that photo on Halloween.
Here's the thing. I also went to a Halloween as the Babadook at some point, and that's a costume where you are locked into wearing a hat all night.
Oh, yeah?
Because if you take it off, you look like
wrestler Dan
you
Housen.
look like you're doing something.
You look like the wrestler Dan Housen, who I just found out signed to WWE because he wants to get that Saudi money. I am not a wrestling guy. But I know who does business with the choppers, with the head choppers.
See, a Pizza Hut.
Domino's.
We ate at Pizza Hut.
Domino's.
No, we ate at Domino's. The worst chain in my opinion.
Dude, no. So Domino's, I'm not a. So my dad always said, you guys wanted Pizza Hut all the time, and when I would get Domino's, you would complain, and that might be correct, but my formative memories of Domino's Pizza comes from at the Pennington County Fair. My parents were on the fair board, so every year they the fair board is like business people and stuff who like put together the fair every year. And so he worked for a radio station that was involved in all that shit. Now, there would be, because you're on the fair board, you would get like meal tickets to be used at like the vendors on the midway for food vendors and shit for the fair. And one of the booths was always Domino's Pizza. And so I would be super stoked to get that fucking like 2 slices of Domino's Pizza and then go get a soda from the fair board office, where they had like the the fucking soda machines that weren't super carbonated. Like it was like the lever that you'd pull, but it was like a little miniature soda machine, and it was one of those. And I remember it. I remember it all.
Providing your own carbonation.
Yeah, I remember that. So I remember Domino's being like a special occasion treat that I loved as a kid. And then I remember when they were like, "Hey, we changed our recipe." Like when I was in college, I had friends that worked at Papa John's, which I find to be like dog vomit pizza. I think Papa John's is the absolute worst of all the fucking national pizza chains, without question. Pizza Hut. Well, what are they? Pizza Hut, Domino's, Papa John's. Those are the 3. Papa John's is Little Caesars. Yeah, I put Little Caesars over Papa John's any fucking day of the week.
I would too.
And I just think Papa John's had like a bad sauce, and their crust was so greasy and floppy, and not in like a good foldable kind of way.
Interesting.
But I did have friends who worked at Papa John's in college, so we never got Domino's. We always got Papa John's because it'd be free or whatever, and we would get to go in and like make pizzas after they would close. And so like the only time I would ever get a Papa John's pizza that I would enjoy eating is like if I made it myself. Yeah, disgusting. And then Domino's Pizza made a big deal about changing their menu. They got the app, which makes it real fucking easy to order. Not a great reward system, but enough to keep me ordering. And basically they just decided they were going to put more butter in the crust. And I was like, all right.
Yeah.
They're the best now.
Well, that's the thing. Growing up on Domino's in New Richmond, Wisconsin, that's where I'm from, and we had Pizza Man. Pizza Man was our pizza chain.
I believe I've had Pizza Man at least once.
When I worked at the bank, there was a Pizza Man like a quarter mile away, and I would walk there on my lunches, and I was like, oh God, I didn't realize how good Pizza Man, like Pizza Man's, it's so much cheese. Like it is the most cheese you've ever had. But when Domino's came to town, it was cheaper. And so that's what we started ordering, and I hated it. It was so gross. It was the sweetest pizza I'd ever eaten. Until I had that nasty Columbus pizza. Columbus, Ohio, worst pizza.
Oh, yeah. You had the Columbus pizza? That's funny. Did you have Skyline chili? I know that's more Cleveland, but...
No, I had... So, I don't even know if this is... It was from a place called Planks.
That is... I've actually heard of that.
It's like... Is one of the worst pizza... It probably is the worst
They've
pizza
definitely
I've ever had.
mentioned Planks on Guys, right? Like...
I don't think so.
I feel like I've heard it, and that's the only fucking place, but continue.
Yeah. So Planks, we ordered like a Supreme pizza. And what would you guess is on a Supreme pizza for meats?
Every meat.
Yep. Every meat, sausage, pepperoni, beef, and of course bologna.
Bologna? They had a bologna.
No, that's a definitely normal topping to big thick cut pieces of bologna on your pizza. And then we have a nice, the bottom of our crust, we like to just take the fully cooked pizza and drop it on some sugar. And then we put it in the box and just send it off.
Wow.
And if that's not what they're doing, I don't know
how they would possibly achieve that.
Yeah, because there was grainy, and I know like some pizzas got that grainy bottom, but also this pizza's grainy bottom was very sweet. Like,
and you're talking
really gross
and
pizza.
This is the pizza where it's like they put a slice of yellow cheese on top. Is that what's the?
I've never heard of that.
Well, that's Altoona style. You should look up Altoona style pizza. Look at that shit. Look at it. I'm waiting. Altoona style pizza. It's pizza with a slice of yellow cheese on top. You see that? They don't even show it very melted. Like
unique regional pizza from Altoona, Pennsylvania, known for its thick Sicilian-style crust, tomato sauce, green bell peppers, salami, and a controversial topping of melted yellow American cheese.
Yeah, it's controversial because that's disgusting. Like, it's so funny when people will be gross. Like, yeah, it's controversial that Skyline chili, we put chili on spaghetti. It's like, it's controversial because it's fucking stupid and gross. Like, you're gross and dumb. It's not a controversy, as our friends across the pond would say.
So I was recently in Louisville.
Yes.
Not to derail
No,
too much
you did want to talk about this, and I blew it. So,
no, you're
so
fine.
you were in Louisville for a convention.
We're talking about styles of pizza,
yes.
Right? And I was out in
Louisville.
Little
diversion
Kentucky,
from talking about Domino's,
Kentucky.
the subject of the show.
But Louisville, a lot of pizza places. So many pizza places in Louisville. There's this great place called Spinelli's that I was eating at because they were open till 5 a.m. So I would just go there sometimes after stuff and just get a single giant slice of pizza. It's great.
Spinelli's.
But as we were leaving, I was like taking my Lyft or whatever to the airport at 4 a.m. And I passed by a place called Bear Nose, and it's had just on the thing, it said, try our Louisville style pizza. And I was like, oh, I love trying whatever the regional style of pizza is. I should have tried
but
that.
then you looked it up.
What is it? I looked it up. So doughy, edgeless crust with minimal sauce, absolutely piled with toppings, then cheese on top. And you cook it so it's like just barely cooked.
Well, hold on.
This is
that's really strange. That defies physics, or that defies geometry. Like everything has an edge. Edgeless pizza, like it just goes on and on.
There's no crust.
but it's
toppings go right up to the edge.
But they said edgeless.
Edgeless.
But it's.
I think they meant crustless.
Yeah,
Is what
yeah.
this person says. Well, this person says edgeless crust.
I don't think they want people to reconsider their reality when reading that, but that's definitely what they get from me.
Well, you cut off edgeless crust. They're describing the crust as edgeless, to be without edge. Not to be without
to
angles
be
or
without
curves.
edge, like that means like to be without edge means
no
you don't have the
points.
X's on your hands like for the hardcore shows. Like you ain't got no edge.
Exactly. So it just sounds like a big sloppy mess of toppings.
Yes.
And I watched someone make one, and it looked like
They ate
grossest
raw
thing I've
dough.
ever,
It's like,
seen.
oh yeah, you ate raw dough. Good for you, dumbass.
Yeah.
So
raw dough with stuff on it.
So Domino's is honestly, that's the pizza we order the most, like of the delivery chains. And there's one right next to where we work. So it's real easy for us to just order and grab it on the way home and not have to pay the fucking exorbitant delivery fee that we know does not go to the drivers.
Yeah, I walked home with mine from where I got it.
Yeah. I mean,
That's what I'll do.
I like Domino's. I did think it was an improvement when they basically said, hey, we get it. Our stuff was not good for 30 years. And now we're changing it. We're gonna just add more butter. Feels like that's all they did is they added garlic butter to, they were like.
I also added like a Parmesan to the crust. I feel like, yeah. They did what like Little Caesars is doing, honestly.
I just imagine that they were like, they had their regular vat of dough. And they just poured garlic butter into it. Do you remember? I'm not trying to throw this off because we are 90 minutes in. But do you remember the triple decker pizza from Pizza Hut?
God, I fucking love
that. Was good, right? It was good. Were you a fat guy? Were you a fat kid? Because
I was such a fat kid.
You're skinny now, but you were fat as a youth.
I think I'm fatter now than I've ever been, but I'm also much taller.
Plus
like,
you're talking to like an actual like a person who's actually fat. Like, so I see you and I go, Andrew's like a normal sized skinny person.
When I tell people my weight, they are alarmed.
You got thick bones.
Because I don't look like it. Yeah.
You got them heavy. You got iron bones.
But I was basically the weight I am now. But
you were 4 feet tall.
10.
Yeah. Same. I was the same way. I same exactly. But now I'm 6'3", so it evens out. But the triple decker pizza, I remember one of the big things about that was that it had an entire stick of butter.
Sorry, the triple deckeroni pizza.
Is that? They didn't. Hold on though.
They called it the triple deckeroni.
Didn't they also just have a triple decker where you could order whatever toppings you wanted though? Like you do the triple decker crust.
Actually. Because I remember the triple deckeroni. Unless it came back.
Well, I don't remember that, but it definitely could have been.
Pizza Hut's. Oh yeah, they did. So
their big thing was it's got a stick of butter. They didn't promote it like that, but like it was an entire stick of butter per serving or something fucking crazy.
So I think you probably had the triple decker pizza introduced in '96.
Yes, of course.
And I think I had the rerun where they brought it back
triple deckeroni, where they put pepperoni in the cheese in the crust. That and the Bigfoot. The Bigfoot pizza was the one that we got a lot as a kid from Pizza Hut. It was the big rectangular one. It was like 3 feet of pizza. They were like a yard of pizza. And I just remember we got it for my birthday once. And like when I was like 10 or something, I ate like most of a Bigfoot pizza for my birthday. And I think about it to this day. Bigfoot pizza was the best, but Domino's, dude. Yeah. Like my dad says, we used to complain about it, but
had a big pizza.
They did. They had a rectangular one.
Yeah, let me see.
I know they did.
Well, now I'm gonna fuck it up because I'm trying to talk about
Domino's also did Detroit style for a while, I think.
Yeah, they had a 30-slice yard-long pizza called the Dominator.
Oh, I remember that. That was before I was eating Domino's regularly, though, so I never got it.
Yeah, that was in '93.
Yeah, that was before my time with Domino's. We were a Pizza Hut family because I guess we cried about that less.
Yeah, I love Pizza Hut, man.
I
still love Pizza Hut.
It's too expensive. Like, the only reason I don't get it is because I could get a $7 pizza at Domino's and I like it as much or better. But the deep dish pan pizza from Pizza Hut is like the best fast. Like it's very good. It's just $15 fucking to get a medium.
Yeah.
I also like the Big New Yorker. We got to stop talking about
Ooh, yeah.
Pizza Hut on the Domino's episode, but I like the Big New Yorker a lot. And they actually had a New York style Domino's too that was pretty fucking. And you can still get it. They do the crust like when you do the build your own. You can still do the New York style crust at Domino's.
Okay.
I like Domino's.
Yeah,
we eat it too much.
So Domino's in 1960, Tom Monahan is the owner of Domino's, and his brother Jim took over the operation of Dominic's, an existing location of a small pizza restaurant chain that had been owned by Dominic DeVardi.
Ah, the great Dominic DeVardi, who threw a party and everyone was there.
Yeah. Dominic's is camel cased as well, which I love camel casing.
What does camel case means? That's something that you just made up now?
Camel casing is where there's a capital in the middle of your word. So it's Dama and then capital M.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a camel. Right?
Like McDonald's.
Yes, McDonald's would be camel cased.
Okay, cool.
The deal was secured by a $500 down payment, after which brothers borrowed $900 to pay for the store. Why do you kids complain about not being able to start businesses? Or
All
buy
it takes
houses?
is $900.
Back in my day,
like
we had to pay $900 to buy
pizza
a
franchise
chain restaurant.
Yeah, like, are you kidding me? Like whenever people talk about houses and shit, it's like houses used to just be free. Like you'd get a house for $1,200. Like
the brothers planned to split the work hours evenly, but Jim did not want to quit his job as a full-time postman to keep up with the demands of the new business. Within 8 months, Jim traded his half of the business to Tom for the Volkswagen Beetle they used for pizza deliveries.
No, you're going to regret that in 20 years, dude. No.
But yeah, it's by 1965. He had a thing. He tried to franchise it out, right? But they couldn't. Yeah, original owner forbade him from using the Dominic's name on like other stores.
His name is Dominic. He thinks that would be weird. He doesn't want to show up in a city he's never been and be like, do I own a restaurant here? I'm very confused. Am I supposed to be at work
Did
right
I
now?
once own a
Am I
restaurant
supposed
here?
to be at work right now? I thought I was on vacation in Philadelphia.
I'm still sitting pretty. I retired on that $900. $900. I've bought 14 homes with that $900.
I have 10 cars.
Yep.
And I needed extra houses to park the cars in.
Oh, and I can afford all the gas because gas is 0.01
They pay
cents
us
per
to take the gas. They pay us. They're like, we need to store this gas.
There's too much.
We need to store this gas in your gas tanks, United States.
But yeah, one day an employee, Jim Kennedy, returned from a pizza delivery and suggested the name Domino's. Monahan immediately loved it and changed the name to Domino's.
Incidentally, he had just lost all of his money playing dominoes in an alley behind the Domino's Pizza. He
like, how about I call
he
it
says
this?
he says that, look, I don't have the money for the pizzas that I delivered. Okay, but I've got a name. Domino's.
There's so the company logo originally had the 3 dots,
Yeah.
right? And he was, because it was representing 3 stores.
Oh, and as we know, they
and
never.
he was going to add a dot for every new store.
But then now they've got 5,200 stores.
Yeah, they have too many.
How many stores are there now, Andrew?
21,366 as of 2020.
Worldwide or in the U.S.?
I think that's in general.
Okay. Because
I think that's across the world.
I
think so.
had the opportunity to eat Domino's pizza in the land of India. And I don't think that you should call it the land of India. Now that I think about it, it feels like that's reductive.
Yeah.
To say
the Indian diaspora.
The Southeast Asian diaspora would not like me saying the land of India. Fair. I retract my cutesy describer. But it was fucking the best Domino's I've ever had in my life. There's
Really? Was there curry on it? Not to be like racist, but they do change chain menus.
They do,
menus
and
in other
good
places.
because it's better. So I was at so the first day that I was in India, they came up to me and they said, "Hey, do you want us to order you pizzas for lunch?" This is the first day. And I went, "No, like there's a cantina downstairs, right?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Go get big bowls of Indian food." And because I want to eat Indian food, right? And they went, "Oh, okay, cool." And then we ate Indian food. It was fucking good. And so like I was there for 2 weeks. I went there for 2 weeks twice in a couple of months to train people. And by the end of the week, I realized that the reason they asked me if I wanted to order pizza was because they wanted to order pizza because it's something they look forward to when the dumb Americans come to visit, because half of the people that come to visit refuse to eat Indian food and only want to eat shit like Domino's. And I was just like, oh, wow, I'm sorry that that's your experience with Americans, because if I would be bummed out personally. Like if I was, if the other person that I was with on that trip was like, "I'm not going to eat Indian food. What the hell?" Like that's like I went one time because somebody else was afraid of going to India. Like they had to train me on this whole other project so that I could go at the last minute because the person backed out after getting a visa and shit because they were nervous about going to India. It's like, how are you nervous? You have an Amex and you can put whatever you want on it. Like they don't decline your Amex. You have to just explain it later. So like, no matter what happens, you can buy your way out of it. Like there's nothing to fear traveling for the company. So at the end of the week, they were like, "Do you want to get pizza?" And I said, "Yes." Yeah. And they said, "It's Domino's." And I said, "Good." And they ordered a bunch of different pizzas, right? And the pizza that is, emblematic of the experience, I would say, is they had a chicken pizza with fresh chilies on it, like whole fresh chili peppers. And it was like, it was probably one of the top 5 pizzas I've ever had in my life. And the reasoning is all the proteins are fresh. Like I'm not 100% certain, but at the time, at least, I'm pretty sure that even if you were a national chain in India, it was still a living chicken that morning. Like, even though you're a Domino's pizza restaurant, I think they were still butchering, or at least somebody would butcher that morning and bring you the proteins because they don't have widespread refrigeration. Now, and so like all the Indian places, like all the Indian restaurants, that was a chicken or a goat or whatever, like that morning. So like,
yeah, that guy was walking around.
Like all of the chicken, like masala and like all that stuff that I ate, like those were fresh killed that day. And so it's a whole other fucking world of food preparation. You know, like you don't realize how gross freezing fucking chicken strips makes them until you've been at a Ruby Tuesdays where you got like fresh killed fucking chicken or something, you know. I did go to a Ruby Tuesdays in India because I was curious about what a what a chain like that would be.
I love Ruby Tuesdays.
We
we
drove by it on our way to the beach, and I went, "They got Ruby Tuesdays here," and the guy we were with was like, "You want to go?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll see what an Indian Ruby Tuesday is like."
He's like, "They named it after that Rolling Stones
So
song."
It was the best fucking Domino's pizza you could ever, like, you've never eaten pizza like this because it doesn't exist in the United States. And it's a fucking chain, dude. Like, it's like when you get McDonald's in Amsterdam, it's like good as fuck. Like, I got McDonald's in Amsterdam too many times when I was there. It's like the food production preparation shit in the United States, as we know from the Jamie Olivers of the world, is absolutely fucking abysmal. Yeah. And you really realize that when you're eating a slice of Domino's pizza and you're like, "Oh my God, this is like," and I kept telling them too, I was like, "You guys have no fucking clue, man. Like, if you could teleport a fucking pepperoni pizza from the Domino's in Fargo, North Dakota, and put it side by side right here, you'd be like, that is piss. I'm like eating piss pizza. Solid piss. Pizza shaped piss. Pizza, they would say.
The other thing that they probably were huge fans of for going to Domino's, it's so fucking cheap.
I love it.
A regular margarita pizza, a regular size, 99 rupees.
Oh, you're looking at the pizza. You're looking at the prices there.
99 rupees.
So that's...
Do you know how much that is?
99 rupees would be less than $1, right?
$1.
That's what I thought it was. So the conversion rate
for a pizza.
So like my big thing that I always was like kind of proud of when I was in India is like I said, people. So I was coming there from Fargo, North Dakota, and we would send people from Fargo from that office often, and some of them would be very Midwestern people, scared of trying stuff. You know, I like did all the stuff and tried all the stuff, and they thought that was a novelty, right? But like, I forgot what I was going to say, but the fucking food was just, the fact that people would go and not eat the food.
Large Indian chicken tikka
the cost
pizza.
Of stuff. That's what I was getting to.
Yeah, that's
so
what we're talking
like
about.
I would have like, they had this Mumbai street food called vada pav. And I've had vada here a few times. That's pretty good, but not like over there. So it's a green potato ball. It's like mashed potatoes with like spices formed into a ball and deep fried. And then how they serve it is there's just like a crock pot of them or like a tin of them. And then plain white dinner rolls and a bottle of ketchup. Like that's it. So you grab your vada, you put it on the bun, you put some ketchup on it, and then you give them a penny. Like you literally like the amount of money that I give them, it would be impossible to pay it in the United States because it's like less than a cent. Like it would be like 10 rupees or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, and I would give them like way too much. Like I would, cause I wasn't paying for it. I tipped 50%.
Yeah, I'll tip you 200% because 200% is 3 cents.
And that vada pav was the best, and I would get it wherever we were too. Like that's what's so fun. Like you'd go out to like we went to this island that had Hindu relics on it. Right when you get to the bottom of the place, when you're gonna walk up, there's people doing vada pav, like big pans of it and shit. And you get a couple to walk up the step. Like, dude,
what if you like you're dumb and you like think you know the conversion rate and you're like, I'm rich here. I'm gonna tip you 1,000%. I'm gonna tip everyone 1,000% on everything. It's 10 cents to me, and like you get home and it's like, oh, fuck.
Some of those restaurants were different.
It was $1 to $1. It's so close, not a penny.
Some of those restaurants, like they would be normal price, but like the thing to think about, like when we're talking about how cheap the food is, right? You say 90 rupees for a large pizza. You know, that's very cheap. Yep. But the problem that happens, like the Indian folks that I knew would explain this to me. Like I kind of understood. I'm not saying like I'm smarter than the other dumb white people, but I am kind of smarter than your average dumb white person, yes. But they were like, yeah, so our food's really cheap, right? Like we can eat for a few rupees a day or whatever, right? But, you know, at some point we want to buy a laptop. And that's the same fucking price. They're like the MacBook Pro is $1,600 American dollars. No matter what the exchange rate. And like traveling, they were like the fact that the office workers that would come to Fargo from India, like that's the only time in their life they're going to get to come to the United States or whatever, be able to fucking afford the flight.
Yeah.
You know, but
so like MacBooks, like 160,000 margarita pizzas. Or 16,000.
Right? You can definitely make enough money in tech there to like have a nice little apartment, have a family, but the second you want to get outside of your economic class, it's impossible. But Domino's pizza in India was good. I talked about the Domino's pizza at the fair. You talked about how Pizza Man was your jam, and then they started ordering Domino's when that came to the neighborhood, and you cried about it like a baby. I also cried about Domino's pizza like a baby to hear my dad tell it, who listens to the podcast.
Well, that's the thing. Domino's was sweet for a long time.
See that? I just
Hated
don't.
it. Grew up on it. Maybe it was that Domino's.
See, when people, because I know what you mean by sweet sauce, but I think Papa John's is like eating a candy bar. Like, I think Papa John's is the sweetest goddamn, like, did you pour a bottle of wine? Papa John, did you spill a bottle of wine on my pizza?
Papa John Schneider, did you pour a bottle of wine on there before saying some N-words in a board meeting? Like,
excuse me, psychotic racist Papa John?
But yeah, maybe it was just that chain. I don't know. It was very sweet. I hated it for a long time. And I went to college and they changed the recipe, and I was like, pretty good.
So you've had the new recipe Domino's probably more times than you had the old recipe Domino's.
Probably.
Yeah, but I remember when they changed it because it was so hilariously better.
They did a whole campaign about hey guys,
you're kind of like, well, do we need to do a class action lawsuit? Because you gave us the shitty pizza for so long and we know that you were capable of this the whole time. And so I feel like you owe me.
Well, that's the interesting that you probably could have at some point then, right? Because they did a whole campaign about like, sorry, it was bad.
Well, how about you fucking put your money where your mouth is, cut me a check for all that dog shit pizza you fed me, Domino.
Versus like Nintendo is constantly like with the Switch 2 being like, the sticks do this thing. They avoid this thing. And you're like, oh, they avoid stick drift? We didn't say that. Like you can't acknowledge the bad thing because then you open yourself up to like, hey, there was a problem. We were aware of it and we could not
It's so
fix
funny.
it.
Remember stick drift? Oh man, I broke my controller forever trying to repair it. I ordered the repair kit for my Nintendo Switch controller that had stick drift, and I fucking broke it trying to take a pin out, and so then I just had to buy a new Joy-Con.
Oh yeah, don't
well,
do that.
But that's, I mean, I think I honestly, if I hadn't broken this one thing, I could have fucking fixed it. And I just had always wanted to do a little project like that. I was like, I'm going to replace it anyway. Let's just see if we can fix it.
What I got was some head cleaner. You can get some
Yep.
electronic node cleaner and you just spritz it in there and then just roll it around and it fixes it for a few months.
Yeah, fixes it for a few months.
But then it goes back. Yeah.
Yeah, Nintendo, man. I realized that what Domino's should have done, they missed an opportunity with the relaunch. They should have been like, the reason the pizza was bad that whole time was because of the Noid.
The fucking Noid.
And we killed the Noid. Like they should have had the severed.
He died in a mental
They should have had the
institution.
severed Noid head on the pizza box for the relaunch. Like, we got his ass. We were like, why is this pizza so bad? We could not fucking figure it out. Turned out there's goddamn Noid in there.
Their marketing people go over the top. They're like, not only do we kill the Noid to fix it, we're using his blood in the sauce now, and it makes it taste so much
We killed
better.
his family and their we killed his extended family. There will be no risk of retribution from the Noids.
Yeah, we have the Noid's blood feeding into a cloning device that keeps making new Noid blood so that we can keep putting it into the pizza, and he's killed perpetually over and over to power your pizzas.
Dude, I've always thought about the an animal that keeps regenerating and they use it for food.
Are you talking about a mogwai?
Oh yeah, that's right. We talked about that. Yeah. But no, that definitely, yes. That is definitely like an okja. That's another one.
I have not seen Okja yet.
Oh
but
boy. Content
I gotta
warning.
check it out.
You definitely gotta
the dog
does the dog get assaulted by another dog? There's the most distressing scene in Okja is when Okja gets force my wife had to walk. She stopped we stopped watching the movie. It was like an hour in, and they make you watch this horrible fucking just the cutest CG animal Okja. Yeah, it's ultra heinous, but Bong Joon-ho, man, love it or hate it, he definitely makes you a fucking movie.
So we ate Domino's. I had the stuffed crust pizza. I got a pepperoni.
What do they stuff the crust with?
And jalapeno. They stuff it with cheese.
Cool.
You fool. What else would they stuff it with?
Like, what kind of cheese? Like, sometimes they put something else in there. Sometimes it's like a garlic butter. Sometimes
it's a mozzarella.
Put a mozzarella in the cheese. And you got pepperoni and jalapeno. I like pepperoni jalapeno. I actually did double pepperoni, which I've never done, where you just hit the pepperoni twice on the app to order it.
Sure.
It was regular amount of pepperoni, though, I believe. I don't know.
Yeah, they were doubling up my pepperoni.
Yeah.
Just for no reason.
So I got pepperoni, one of them, because that's the one that I would get at the fair all the time, the classic pepperoni. And then my favorite little thing that I like to do in the Domino's app is you swap out the pizza sauce, the marinara, for barbecue, and you get like ham and bacon, or like ham and chicken or something. I did ham and pepperoni. That shit is fucking bomb, dude. Like they're like, all the pizzas that they have there that are not marinara sauce are almost better than the marinara sauce pizza. Like the white cheese, when you get like the Alfredo cheese or whatever the fuck, it's really fucking good at Domino's.
This says Parmesan stuffed crust. So I guess it's stuffed
So
with
hold on.
Parmesan. That seems
So when I
crazy, though.
asked you, what do they have it stuffed with? You said, you're a fucking asshole.
I said cheese,
you said, you
idiot.
fucking asshole. It's stuffed with cheese. And I was like, well, I'm sorry. Sorry, Andrew. I get, yes, it's stuffed with cheese. What kind of cheese? Mozzarella, you fucking dumb fat fuck. You dumb fucking fat idiot.
Yeah, I kept adding things.
You
to
fat
it.
fucking bitch idiot with your, I'm watching you constantly shift your body because your tailbone, your spine is fucking killing you.
Yeah, I'm so surprised you can even figure out how to eat. You don't even know what's in the crust, you fool.
So they stuff it with parm. That seems like a lot of parm. It can't just be
it
parm.
only comes in a medium as well, which does lead me to believe they receive
Those are pre-made
these
stuffed crust
discs.
Yes. You don't want to order like at a pizza place. You don't want to order the thing where they only got the one size if you can avoid it.
But I can't avoid it because it's a stuffed crust.
You got to get it. Well, and that's so funny. We've been talking about every other pizza place. I think that the Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza is the fucking bomb, dude. And you talk about about sweet sauce. Pizza Hut had the sweetest fucking sauce. That fucking
I like it though. I like.
Remember the Brooklyn pizza, the big New Yorker pizza? That's like they were like we just fucking blasted that shit with an orange. We just dump a fucking we dump orange juice into it. It's so fucking sweet. Now I kind of want to put a little. Now I kind of want to put a little orange juice in some sauce next time I'm making sauce. I bet that would be citrusy, little sweet.
Bit of orange juice. Yeah, that'd probably be good. One thing I thought I would just comment on. They have a new pizza called the People's Pizza. Do you know about this?
I'm assuming it's like a racist pizza that's like genocide, please.
No, the new pizza, the People's Pizza Deluxe. Savory pepperoni, Italian sausage, fresh green peppers, fresh mushrooms, fresh onions, provolone, and cheese, made with 100% real mozzarella. Their reasoning: we've combined our customers' most ordered toppings into the perfect deluxe. That's not
pizza. How pizza toppings work. I mean, I'm sure that's fine. No,
people got bad
but you didn't.
I don't want onions, dog. Gross. Don't throw some onions on my damn pile of other shit.
Dude. Because I remember, I hate fucking onions on pizza, right? And
yeah, dog.
And
gross.
I remember one time in Minneapolis, we were visiting my grandparents, and we drive 6 hours from northwestern Minnesota to visit, right? And at one point, we ordered Little Caesars pizza, and it's the first time I ever had Little Caesars pizza. I remember Pizza from the ads. Yeah. I was so fucking excited. It was when they would It was when they had the box that fit 2 pizzas in it, because it was pizza. So it would be a double wide box that would fit 2 pizzas in it. And they opened the pizza box, and those 2 pizzas were covered edge to edge in fucking chopped onions.
Edgeless to
No,
edgeless.
it really had an edge. There was a pronounced edge, and it was just covered in chopped onions. among the other toppings. And I was like 7 or 8. And like I was a picky fucking eater anyway. And I remember eating it and just thinking it was the worst. And I still think about it to this day as one of the worst slices of pizza that I've ever had. And the funny thing is, I bet grilled onions on like a breakfast pizza would be good as fuck. You know, like I think that there's definitely a way to put onions on a pizza, but chopping them up like a McDonald's fucking onion that ain't it, Jack. Or red onions. Yeah. People put red onions on pizza. It's like just shoot a snot rocket on it. Why don't you? You fucking pig.
Ugh. Yeah, just awful. Just an awful thing.
We just lost 2 listeners that eat onion pizzas. And fuck you, goodbye.
All of our listeners.
And fuck you. Like they say you need every listener when you're starting out. We don't need you. We do actually need you. I'm very sorry.
Come back. I know you've stopped already, but
leave a review. Leave a 5-star review before you stop.
So I also got a stuffed bread.
Oh, those are okay. Did you get the one with jalapenos in it?
No, I got the one with pepperoni in it.
It's okay. The jalapeno one was pretty good, but it's just so greasy and buttery, dude. Those things it's like...
Yeah. Also, the butts of both sides are just
It's
bread.
ridiculous.
Like
The ends of those cheesy breads, sometimes you'll get them where they stuff it right or something, or it's like it's done a little bit differently, because I think that might be something that they get pre-made too, but I could be wrong. Like, do you think that they stuff a like they make a dough and fold it over then and put it through the oven, or do you think they take it out of a...
That's a good question. I feel like it's just a dough folded over.
Yeah.
What's the price margin? I don't know. I do assume they just fucking have everything that they can.
I do think it's funny when they say fresh mushrooms. Like, really? You're chopping a mushroom? Do you think you chop a mushroom?
No, that's from a can. It's a fresh
There's
canned
no way
mushroom,
they chop a mushroom and I don't even think it's canned mushrooms. I think they get a big bag.
Way they clean a mushroom.
I think they get a big bag of the sliced mushrooms that look like a cartoon mushroom.
Yeah. When I used to work at Whole Foods, you would just get bags of like pico, and you would just cut those open to add
Andrew Job Corner. Back to
I've worked
Job
so many
Corner.
jobs.
That's they do that on Freedom. They talk about all the places Scott Aukerman worked.
Whole Foods. Oh yeah, and when I worked at Whole Foods, there was an employee who was she wasn't the brightest. She had bad ideas for things. You would have to do giant prep of like guac was a thing you'd routinely have to do, and she didn't want to do the whole thing, because like packaging it is a huge pain in the ass. So, but she liked doing the squeezing. So one day she was like, well, I'm just going to squeeze all the avocados into a big bin, and then I'm going to leave it for people to package tomorrow. And it's just like, if you leave the pits in, it won't turn brown. So just squeeze all of it. Just threw away like 100 avocados into a big bin because it was just brown sludge.
So she thought that if you squeezed it but kept the pit in there, it won't turn brown. But that's not what turns it brown. It's the exposure to oxygen. The pit doesn't keep it's the skin that keeps it from being... You see, exposure to oxygen, like when an apple turns brown when you bite it. Anyway, people are very stupid. So why are we talking about pizza, though? What made us...
Because these lovable little turtles...
2 hours in and we've talking about the turtles.
Disgusting looking pizza.
Dude, nobody has ever made pizza look worse than TMNT.
I know. I would rather eat Pizza the Hut than the pizza they're eating.
On the cartoon... The pizza looked fucking bomb, dude. The pizzas on the cartoon, even though they would say all the gross stuff that they were putting on it, like anchovies and fucking whatever the fuck.
And spicy oatmeal.
Whatever they order on it, it would always look fucking like the best cartoon pizza, and they always had the pro cheese pull. Like, I honestly think that, you know how the cheese pull is like a thing on like food TikTok and shit? At least it was 10 years ago. I don't think people would do a cheese pull like that without the Ninja Turtles. Like, I honestly think
Sure.
that them, like Leonardo taking the slice of cheese out of the box and it's got the pull on it on the cartoon, I think that's where that was invented, and I will not hear otherwise. I might hear it, but I will not pay credence to it.
You'll not acknowledge it. Magic recently did a TMNT
Yeah, I
set,
saw that.
as in very recently. And they have several pizzas in there. So they have the guac and marshmallow
They
pizza.
did. They were big marshmallow. They ordered marshmallows and like chocolate bars and stuff on their savory pizzas. Like, because there is a place for that. There is a place for chocolate on a pizza. It's just not on a savory pizza.
Yeah.
Honestly, you probably could put like a mole sauce or something. But the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles started as a hyper violent comic book, a hyper violent noir comic book.
Yeah, it was kind of a parody of other comic
parody
books,
of the superhero
That's
book.
The intention.
They had a hilarious origin story where they got ooze dripped on them and they became teenagers that eat pizza and brutally murder people with their weapons, which is a big change from it's just so funny how different the cartoon from 1987 was from the comic book from 1984. Like, they just saw it, the people who, like, I've watched all the documentaries made about this shit, dude. Like those guys were such goofy old fucking goofballs, like toy makers and shit.
Yeah.
And listening to them talk about how they hit with turtles is so funny. They were just like, thought it'd be cool, like the colors, it's just dude, it's
yeah, that's funny. I mean, it's the same with like the Mask. If you're ever
Yeah,
read
The Mask,
like one of the most brutally violent
I have
books.
the first 3 Mask trades on my shelf right now. Doug Mankey.
Same.
I went to the library and looked up Doug Mankey's address in the phone book because I knew he lived in Minneapolis. And I mailed him the Mask trading card for him to sign, and it was returned to me unsigned. But
Weird. He's a very nice guy.
I'm sure, but
from when I've
but
met
yeah,
him.
dude, like the Mask fucking whips, dude. That's like what I think when I think about Dark Horse Comics. Honestly, like the two things I think about are Aliens versus Predator and the Mask. Like Dark Horse Presents and all that shit is secondary, but.
Also, they had like he really commented on, because I brought him something to sign that he's like, where the fuck did you get this? Because it was like this weird production print of Walter. Do you know Walter? They had a spin-off comic.
I have that.
Walter.
I have the 4-issue Walter miniseries.
But it was a little like mini one that was like a proof of concept or something that Source Comics was selling for like 50 cents.
That's funny, dude. Oh man.
And he's like, where the fuck did you get this? And I was like,
that happened to me when I met Dave Eggers. I had him sign out a big stack of stuff, and he was like, why do you have the readers group? Like it was like the book club. He was like, "Why do you have the book club edition of Heartbreaking Work?" And I was like, "I work at a thrift store, dude. I take every book of yours that comes through." I also had the mistakes we knew we were making version of You Shall Know Our Velocity, and then somebody fucking lost it that I lent it to. But yeah,
that's
so the Turtles. Violent comic book created by Peter Eastman and
Laird.
Peter Laird and John Eastman. What's his name? Kevin Eastman.
Kevin Eastman? I think so.
Kevin Eastman did a really cool thing. He I guess it's not that cool, but he like he'll sell turtle toys repacked that he signs. So like he'll like you can order a repack Leonardo Playmates. He'll have them on his website signed. And if you're into signed stuff, that's kind of neat. I've never given a shit about autograph. Like I got Lars's autograph from Rancid once. And I think that's one of 2 times ever I've gotten somebody's autograph in my life. I've just never understood it. Like, honestly, I would meet somebody. Like, I had Dave Eggers sign stuff just because I could not believe I was meeting Dave Eggers. He was literally my favorite author at the time, and he was speaking at NDSU.
It is funny to It is funny to have you be like, who cares about autographs? I had Dave Eggers signed a bunch of stuff, and I sent this card to Doug Mankey. Like, you just had a bunch
I never
of
thought of
signature
myself
stars.
as an autograph guy, but then I can think of,
Yeah.
and I have an iPod. I have an iPod signed by David Sedaris because I was so not an autograph guy at the time that I went to this David Sedaris lecture, and at the end I was walking through the line, and people in front of me were my friends had stuff for him to sign, and I was like, I just wanted to say, hey man, I don't actually have anything for you to sign. I think you're really funny. And he was like, you don't have anything for me to sign? And I was like, hold on. And I was like, here, sign my iPad sign my iPhone or my iPod. And so he signed my iPod Touch, and so then I've got a case on it, and that's in my. So I guess I do care a little bit about.
Nice.
I got a couple of signed toys like from artists. So maybe I care about that stuff more than I thought. But I generally I didn't like go when I go to conventions. I guess what I'm saying is
You don't stand.
I have attended a lot of conventions, and I have never paid for an autograph. I guess that's what I'm getting at. I've never stood in line to have somebody sign something.
It is very funny to get something signed. That's not the right thing to get signed.
Oh, definitely. When I met Dave Eggers, I was like, hey, I've got the first issue of Walthin, the I called it Holfin, but he was like, it's pronounced Walthin actually, and I was like, of course, I would get it wrong. But then he was like, you like that? And I was like, yeah. He was like, I've actually got a DVD copy of Alexander Payne's unreleased first movie in my backpack. I'm just going to give it to you if I can find it. And he like dug through his backpack and he said, I can't find it. And I was like, well, cool.
Cool, thank you.
Yeah, I've got Alexander, it's the guy who did Sideways.
What if that was just like a weird lie that he was
No,
telling
they
you? He just like really wanted to
No, they wrote
brag.
about it in The
He's just like,
Believer. I read about it, but yeah.
Yeah. It'd be the funniest lie. Like, I've got this unreleleased movie in my backpack.
I'll give
I'm
it
just
to
gonna
you.
give it.
Yeah.
I don't even care. I'll just give it to you.
I just
No,
remember
can't
them
find
saying,
it,
why do
sorry.
you have the book club edition of this? It's like, I'm in a book club with old ladies.
But yeah, TMNT comes out as a comic, gets very successful as a cartoon.
Yes. So,
lots of
and
knockoffs.
this is, Biker Mice from Mars, Food Fighters, Street Sharks, Jossum, etc.
Samurai Pizza
Cats,
Bucky O'Hare and the Toad
Cybernetic
Wars,
Cats,
Wild West COW Boys of
Biker Mice
Mesa,
from Mars. I think I already said that, but yes.
SWAT Cats, the Radical Squadron, Stone Protectors, Avenger Penguins, Road Rovers, Mighty Ducks.
I actually have, so my first experience with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is so fucking hilarious, like specific to me that, so I had not, obviously, so when the show came out in 1987, I was, 5 years old. I clearly hadn't read the Eastman and Laird independently produced comic books that weren't even on, like, they weren't even released. Those comic books were so indie, they were the wrong size. Like the first 4 issues of TMNT are like half an inch too big. They don't fit in bags. Like they don't, like you need to use golden age bags. But I was at my grandparents' house in Minneapolis again, where this might have been the same trip where I got the onion pizza for all I know.
Nasty onion
But
pizza.
I remember they had this little sitting TV room, and I was flipping through the channels, and maybe I'm just idyllically remembering it in my brain, but in my memory, I switched the channel and the theme song for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon was playing. Like I turned it on as the episode was starting, and it was the 3-episode pilot. So they initially produced like a 3 or 4, it might have been 5 actually, because they're 22 minutes or whatever. But there was like this initial story arc where the Technodrome comes in and Shredder and Krang and all that stuff, right? And I just remember like just watching it with my jaw on the fucking ground. Like I just remember being like, I have like, the coolest thing I had ever seen up to that point was probably the real Ghostbusters, or He-Man.
Yeah.
And this made all that look like shit, dude. Like I was so fucking down with the Turtles. Oh my God. It was my favorite thing.
Sick with turtle fever.
Yes, I was the turtle fever that they would talk about on the news a year later, because so I was blown away. I thought this is the coolest thing ever. I told my mom about it. All I could talk about is Ninja Turtles, Ninja Turtles, Ninja Turtles, right? And this was the early release of the show. I realize now that they did before they had released the toys. So they were making the cartoon show, if I recall, to sell the toys. Like they were designing them at the same time, but they wisely released the animated pilot in advance of the toys, right?
Yeah.
And we were at Pamita in Thief River, where I grew up, and we turned the corner into the toy aisle, and I remember seeing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toys for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
There's just nothing that will, like, I do become a bit of a dumb nostalgia guy when we talk about particularly toys, but to me, seeing a wall of blister carded Turtles figures is like still the most exciting thing ever, and you just don't get that anymore. Like when I do go look at the toy sections, they've got like 2 turtles and they're bad, you know, like they had a good release of turtle figures a couple of like 10 years ago, and I collected them all, but now everything sucks. And not to be that guy that's like, I'm old and it sucks, but I don't even think they're doing good turtle stuff for kids anymore. Mutant Mayhem was good, but the toys for that were not, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
so I bought Donatello as my first Ninja Turtle at Pamita, and my brother got Raphael. And that started, and I even, like, I would buy all the characters that were not popular. Like, when I remember they did a release in 91 where they had all of these new villains, might have been 92. It was like the 5-year anniversary of the toys. So that's when they added like the camel that played basketball, or the giraffe that played basketball. That's when they added the cyborg bull, which is actually just a fucking, what a great figure, dude. It was so heavy duty. Like they used like different resin on the legs and shit. But like I've got Hotspot behind me in a case. There's like a $250 loose Ninja Turtle because I had it since I was a kid, and I didn't realize that they only made like 500 of them or something, and nobody bought them. But so yeah, I have a.
Yeah, we took too long to get to this part of the show. You just have.
I'm done now. Let's talk about the movie.
Figures.
I have a lot of turtles.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. I did not really intake turtles in any way as a kid. Like the only way I intook turtles was I had so many of the action figures.
Well, there you go. That's good.
But I never knew what this
weird.
show was.
That is weird to me.
Yeah. Or I never
because I
watched
love
it. I had the concept that these were attached.
I
to
love
something.
them both very, very much, and I still have the majority of. I sold some of my loose turtles at I was performing at a comic convention, and they give you a table, so I like sold a bunch of like old loose stuff to the kids, and that was a lot of fun. But
yeah, I had all the like old classic Universal monster turtles.
Yep. See, I was
the Invisible Man
I was
one,
done
where you pop this thing
collecting
off.
turtles when they did that. Like I was done. I'd
Really?
aged out of buying new
They're
turtles
so
at
good.
the Universal Monster ones. They are great though. You know, the ones that I'm always jealous of is they did a release of turtles where the turtles figures were little and they were in mechs. Like they were in like a mech suit.
Oh, that's cool.
And dude, those I've had those in my cart on eBay so many fucking times, and I just can't do it because I don't collect stuff anymore.
Do it. Yeah, the original Invisible Man turtle, you could pop his bandages off, and he was a clear turtle.
I
under there.
loved clear
good.
figures.
So good.
There was a mail away Predator toy that was clear, like he was like the camouflage and it was the cast of like the best Predator toy they ever made too. So like if they're gonna pick one to do the clear version, they did the right thing. But yeah, I mean, I could talk about the toys and shit forever, but the important thing is we're here to talk about the Golden Harvest 1990 release of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is such a fucking wild movie. It's so weird.
Such a weird
So
movie.
weird.
Yeah, it opens with April O'Neil talking about a crime spree that's sweeping the city.
God.
There's so much crime. Nobody's even seen the
The
criminals.
crime is being done by both children and ninjas. That's what we learn in the opening, because they do show Foot Clan people handing TVs to kids out of a truck or something.
Yep. One of the funniest bits, and it opens with it, is a pickpocketing happens. A wallet is stolen, and you're like, okay, that is a crime. And then that wallet changes hands like 17 times. Like, there's so many handoffs, and you're like,
this is an organized network of crime, Andrew.
You're like, how can this be profitable for Frito-Lay? Like, they're just handing it off so many times.
The last hand is the shredder.
It gets passed to, it gets handed to a ninja hand. But yeah, it's just a bunch of thieving happening, and there's crime everywhere. Nobody can see.
It's funny
them.
because if this came out now, I would be like, that's propaganda. There's actually not any crime. Like, remember when CVS, like the people at like this video that this opens with, or the crime wave stuff with her doing the voiceover, reminds me so much of when CVS was like, everybody's stealing so much stuff, we have to close our stores. Remember, like the COVID shoplifting boom or whatever that happened? Like, it's just so hilarious because at the time, this is what people from the Midwest thought was happening in New York. Like, it's so funny that this is like, well, yeah, I mean, they probably weren't ninjas, but clearly that much stuff gets stolen every day there. It's New York City. It's all crime. It's like the Homer Simpson view of New York. Like, and then the Chuds came after me.
Yeah, the Chuds come out after dark.
It is a super small story, though. Like, we're already at 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I am not concerned about us covering this whole story because it's really small considering how much goes on.
Because essentially crime happens. April O'Neil's reporting on it. She stops reporting, comes outside. She's the first person to ever see the criminals, and it's a bunch of kids. And the kids start to attack her until somebody throws a
giant sigh. So that sigh hitting, like, dude, you don't know. Like, because
it's just a loose
so
sigh.
I've watched,
not thrown like the point hits it. It's just
I would say that Jurassic Park is probably the only movie on VHS that I've watched more times than this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. And I have always thought that how clumsily that sigh hits the light and how it just clatters off of it. It looks real. Like, it's like, that's what you would expect that to really look like. There's no showmanship about it.
Yeah, because they probably just
somebody that worked for Jim Henson.
Yep. Just like, I don't know.
Like, I was so into this movie, I knew the names of the stunt people. Like, I was like, Ernie Reyes Jr. Like I was like, because Ernie Reyes Jr., who plays Donatello in this, in the suit, he plays the pizza delivery guy in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. And I remember thinking it was very cool. Like, oh, he finally gets to, like, act in the movie and you're not seeing him in the suit.
That's so cool for him.
Ernie Reyes Jr. One of the kids that I grew up with in school. You know how school children will lie to you about things? One of the big lies is this guy said that Ernie Reyes Jr. was like his cousin or something.
Nice. Yeah, that's a classic. My dad works at Nintendo.
Absolutely.
Sort of.
As a kid, I knew it was bullshit. I just want you to know that I was not the gull. Like, when my friend Jed told me he had a black belt, I knew that was bullshit.
Yeah, of course.
And Jed, if you're listening to this, please leave a fucking review. God, people who tell me they listen to this, and I'm like, that's funny because I ain't seeing reviews.
Doesn't seem like you're judging.
Do you think
me
do you think your download?
Why don't you grade
Do you
my
think
work,
your download does fucking jack shit? No, I need a 5-star fucking review.
Give me a 5-star review.
This is my life. This is I don't do stand up anymore. This is all I have. This is it.
This is how I make money. No. And I'm not making very much.
It would be funny for people to start a podcast like we did, thinking it was going to be a job soon. Like, man. Yeah, but
one of these days we're going to get the first patron.
So they save April O'Neil and they are fucking stoked about it. This is the scene of them walking back to the turtle lair. This is when they do all the cowabunga. They do all the dude. Cowabunga. These turtles, they're fun. You know, like there's
fun
one
guys.
thing that you can.
And they're young.
And Splinter's like, you know, good. And here's the funny thing about this: if this was a modern day Turtles thing, like Mutant Mayhem, Splinter would be telling them, "You guys can't be out there helping people and shit." But no, Splinter's just like, "Did anybody see you?" And they're like, "No." And he's like, "You fucking nailed it." Because Splinter knows that they need to be out there doing that stuff, but he also knows that human society would call them freaks and dissect them for science.
They would milk them.
They would milk them. Oh, that's what they talk about in Mutant Mayhem, right?
That's the bit. It's the ultimate good joke.
Mutant Mayhem was I hated Mutant Mayhem because those motherfucking mutants are all villains. Like Bebop and Rocksteady are not your fucking
they all
friend.
Turn around,
but they're not your Bebop and Rocksteady. That's like if Destro was like a good guy in the come on.
Yeah, but they're all bad guys, and then some of them get reformed.
Yeah,
like Ray.
I haven't watched
Mondo
I haven't
Gecko.
watched well, Mondo Gecko was always chill. I haven't watched the Mutant Mayhem TV series, but I'm hoping that Bebop and Rocksteady are lovable scamps that still rob banks and stuff at least.
Raphael lost a sigh in the fight, which April got.
And Splinter is like,
he's all mopey
Splinter's
about
like,
it.
"Don't worry about it, man." And he's like, "Oh, damn."
He's like, "Oh, I'm mad," and he puts on a trench coat and a hat and goes outside to go see a movie. He goes and sees Critters, and he's like, "Man, that fucking sucks.
Dude.
What a trash."
Where do they come up with this stuff? Like, even as a kid, I got that that's a funny joke, dude. An actor dressed like a rubber turtle saying, "Where do they come up with this stuff about critters?" Like, this might be a great screenplay. Like, you know.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But he encounters Casey Jones because he stops a robbery. The turtle stops a robbery. But the criminals get away because he's not really concerned with stopping the criminals.
He doesn't want to punish them. He's not. He's concerned with stopping them from stealing, but he's not concerned with punishing them. And Casey Jones has a little bit of a different philosophy about it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, so Casey Jones has a bag of
various wooden sporting equipment.
So he beats
one
them
line
up
that's always
and,
bothered me. I know that you're like, "I don't want this to be a 3-hour podcast, Adam," and I'm gonna stop you every time though. Still, but
true.
when Raphael says a Jose Canseco bat, it's like, no, that's not a full size baseball bat. Like, what are you talking about, dude? I've always thought those little bats that Casey Jones had were weird as hell because they're like 1/3 size. They're not the little mini bats you get at Bat Day. But they're like training bats for children or something. And he's a Jose Canseco bat. It's like, dude, what are you talking about? And cricket, to understand cricket, you got to know what a crumpet is. Like, I've had that. I think about that every day, line. You know, for 35 fucking years.
Yeah, and then
did you know that Raphael,
Casey Jones, and
when Raphael is chasing the pickpocket and he rolls over the taxi cab, the actor in the back seat of the taxi cab that's like, "That was strange." That's the voice actor that plays Raphael. And he's also in a bunch of other shit. Like, if you look him up and you see, you're like, whoa. Like, he's like a big TV character actor. Everything. Like, he's a guy that's in everything. And of course, Corey Feldman is Donatello. And that's like the voice that really cuts through for me. Like, you can tell that's fucking Corey Feldman.
Yeah, and Sam Rockwell plays a teen thug.
Did you recognize him?
I did. I looked it up because I was like, this looks kind of like him. Is it him? And it was him.
He's only going to get that one. His job on this film would have been so strange because he's in that one. When they're shooting that big warehouse scene, he introduces them to the warehouse. Menthol or regular? Like, that's fucking Sam Rockwell. That's so funny. But then he shows up one other time when people are running around. You see him in the background. And then at the end, he's the one that tells the cops, "Go look in this warehouse." And the cops go, "Okay, get out of here." Like, yeah, we'll go look in that warehouse. You're out of here. Get out of here. But he showed up for like 2 days. He was on set for like 3 days or whatever, and he's and he's wearing the same clothes. Like, they shot all that stuff those same days, but
he's got the classic like Bruce Willis in the late 2000s like shooting schedule where he just gets helicoptered in and just shoots like 3 scenes back to back and then leaves. Like he's just.
I mean, I don't think anybody that was on this fucking production had even seen a helicopter. Like that's what's so great about this movie is I remember it being New Line, but I think New Line must have bought Golden Harvest catalog or something because it's all New Line shit.
Well, because it's just distributed by New Line. It's not produced by
Well,
them
watching
anyway.
the 4K release, it was like the first time I think I'd ever watched it where I didn't see a New Line logo. It just is Golden Harvest and that's it. So Sam Rockwell plays a punk, but Raphael... after getting beat to shit by Casey Jones, like he gets housed, he gets hit, he ends up like a nerd. Like Raphael is the cool turtle, and he ends up like a nerd upside really down weird. In a garbage can.
Yeah, and he runs away. Let's see. The son of the news supervisor is involved in the Kid
he
Gang.
works for the Foot Clan.
His name is Danny, and he has a shirt that says Sid
it's a Sid
on
Vicious
it,
shirt. On the back it says Sid and Nancy. On the back it says Sid and Nancy, I think. Yeah, he's wearing a Sid Vicious of Sid and...
an odd time to be. Was this pre or post
he was dead. Sid Vicious was dead. It's 1990. Okay. But yeah, so Danny, and there's a... So basically the news producer guy is like, April, you got to stop covering these robberies. You're going to get beat up by ninjas.
Mm-hmm. And then she keeps doing it though. Shredder.
Shredder is the head of the Foot Clan. Oroku Saki.
He's got a cool mask.
We find out that he and Splinter.
But that's a reveal.
We find
later.
out that he and Splinter have a bit of a past. Like, imagine your life being so weird that you have like a past with a specific rat. Like,
I love that he has Splinter tied up and tortured for so long, and he just doesn't know him. And it's like, yeah, no shit, he was a
half
tiny
the movie.
Rat when
Wait, I recognize that earless rat.
So Splinter was a rat who trained while he was a rat by just watching his master. So when he finally got ooze poured on him, he knew how to do the karate. And
also, I like that Splinter was obviously a super smart rat. Like, he was already super smart before he got the mutagen. Like, when he finds the turtles in the TGRI mutagen container, he, like, scoops them up with a spoon. And he's like a rat, you know? And then he gets the mutagen.
He understands this is bad.
Yeah, and then he gets the mutagen on him. And, we haven't even, we've touched on it, but so the fucking creature effects, this is Jim Henson. So it's like, this is my fucking whole world, dude. To like say Jim Henson, like, you can't imagine how excited I was for this movie because it's Turtles and it's Jim Henson. And even though it kind of looked like shit at the time, I thought it was fucking great because it is a very low budget movie. Like, it is really like, it's an indie movie. It is like, it's
the Turtles at different ages.
Oh,
really gross.
When they
cool.
show them growing up and he shows them training them, when they're saying pizza, those turtle puppets, like, that's one of the things where if I was a rich guy and I could buy like a piece of movie memorabilia, I would get the screen used. I would have like the screen used with a fucking certificate of authentication.
I would want those, like that rotting Donatello costume they found recently.
Yes, with the fucking face, with the animatronics in the face. Yeah, right. So at some point, April O'Neil ends up in the sewer. She ends up with the turtles, and that's when Splinter tells the story.
Knocked unconscious, and he, Raphael, I think. Takes
and
her
when
there.
Raphael's taking her there, they are followed by a foot ninja.
Yep. So then the Foot Ninjas take Splinter after that.
Yep.
Right?
And then...
Which is sad.
The saddest line reading in the... Do you know what I'm going to say? Do you know what the saddest line reading in the history of modern cinema is?
What is
Splinter. When April O'Neil opens the door and all the turtles are there and they're sad and she's like, what happens? Yep. And I think it's Donatello. He just says... Splinter. And she's like, oh, she knows exactly. Like, oh my God, Splinter must have been kidnapped.
Yep. So they know they don't have a home to go to then, so they're hanging out at April's apartment. And Danny remembers having seen one of them in a reflection, like the day before.
Yeah, because they did their ninja hiding. I always thought that the hiding was cool, like, because she's like, you guys gotta. Oh. I think that's the first time that's ever been done in a live action movie, actually. And now that's a trope.
Yeah, it's a good like Batman.
Yeah, now
thing.
it's a trope, like the everybody hide, and you turn around and they're gone. Like, I think that the Turtles, just like the cheese pull, they invented that.
The Turtles are very original and invented everything too. They're the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
They're the first teenagers to mutate and learn kung fu, martial arts. Yes. I don't know if it's kung fu.
So then Splinter goes
ninjutsu.
to
I'm a dummy. He teaches them ninjutsu. Anyway, yes.
Or Shredder goes to attack the house.
Shredder sends the Foot Clan.
Splinter does
He would not do that kind of dirty work in person until the very end.
Isn't that the time when he's like,
the very end he says, I'll take care of it myself.
They all go. They fucking get wrecked and they flee to her manor, her like weird house in the country.
Her family had a house in the country, but and I know we're going fast, but there's two things. Raphael, one of the best sequences in this movie, and I sent you a picture from this because the 4K looks so fucking good. Like, there's a shot of Raphael on the roof and it's from behind him. And maybe I didn't send it to you. I just sent it to my buddy who I've got a Plex. Yeah. But it's like the fucking, it's like it's the best shot in the whole fucking movie. Like, the composition, the red on his bandana is just like blasting off the fucking screen. Like, it looks so fucking good. But yeah, that's one of the best sequences because this movie they made it for no money. And so everything takes place at night and in the rain. And because you're going to see the turtles' faces inside the mouths. You'll see the actors' faces if it's light, right? But so this scene with Raphael is like the only fight that takes place in daylight. And Raphael basically goes up to the roof to like work out his frustration with ninja practice. And then Casey Jones spies him from a rooftop. He's like, hey, that's that weird looking turtle man that I housed the other day. And then the Foot Clan
go beat him up some more.
Foot Clan shows up. There's a lot of Donatello doesn't really do machines in this. That's the other thing. They don't really have their personalities. They kind of have their personalities, but they don't have as much of it because they had no money.
Who is the leader turtle?
Leonardo. And they even call him, Raphael even throws it in his face and calls him our fearless leader before he goes out and gets his ass kicked by the Foot Clan. Because
based on the song at the end, Raphael. That's
just that they did not communicate with the people. Like, this movie was put together in such a weird way because Leonardo is definitely the leader. And but the weird thing is Donatello in this just kind of becomes a second Michelangelo. Like, him and Michelangelo are just cracking jokes and shit the whole time. And like Donatello
the personalities don't feel
Donatello never uses his intellect to solve a problem in this movie. And now I have criticisms for this movie that I didn't think I had before because we're talking about it. So Raphael goes up, gets attacked by the Foot Clan. He falls through the window into April O'Neil's apartment. He's unconscious.
No, into her antique store.
And then they fall through to the antique store.
Okay.
So they fight in her apartment first.
Showing everybody.
They fight in her apartment first, and then they end up in the antique store. And just totally destroy, just rain, and now it's raining. Now it's nighttime, but wasn't it just the day when Raphael was fighting them? I'd have to rewatch that sequence again, but
I think it's all right,
Raphael's definitely fighting on the roof during the day, but by the time the fucking shit is on fire, I think it's nighttime, which is hilarious.
Okay.
And so they go to the country.
It's a long fight
with knocked out Raphael. It is a very long fight, and the turtles fighting in the costume looks kind of clunky. Like, it's like they're supposed to be.
It's almost like fighting with a big 70-pound hunk of plastic on you. It doesn't work good.
And so they Splinter. It's all I can think about. So they go out to the woods with Casey Jones, and they all bond.
Yeah, they go to the country forever. they're in the country for a very long
Donatello
time.
helps Casey Jones restore a vehicle, so I guess that kind of is like maybe
Sure.
Donatello is doing machines in that regard, I suppose. But so they're out there, and April O'Neil does this hilarious voiceover where she's drawing pictures of the turtles, and she's
Beautiful pictures of
they
the
were
turtles.
drawn by I'm pretty sure they were Peter Laird or whatever. So she's like, and she even draws little notes for herself, like more shadow under the chair. It's like, just put more shadow under the chair instead of making the note.
No, I gotta put the note
It's
for
the note
later.
for who's going to print her. It's the
tired
note for
right
the
now.
printer.
Yeah.
But so she's describing like what the turtles are all going through and shit, and then the turtles hallucinate Master Splinter around a fire, and they all cry, and we get to watch rubber-faced turtles crying, and it's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it's astral projection, not hallucinating.
That's after Leonardo goes. After Leonardo goes. Bring him food. That's another one of the great line readings. Bring him food.
Food. So they go back to the
They
city
gotta find
'cause
Splinter.
They're like, we gotta get Splinter. They find Danny hiding in their lair.
And he tells them what's up.
Yeah, because Danny has met Splinter. He met him in the hideout, and he felt so bad because Splinter's just nice, and he's like,
Just
can
a
speak,
monstrous
but
rat.
Also,
I can listen.
he's like, you can talk. He's like, yes, but I can also listen.
Yeah, I didn't want to talk
that's one
over
of the
you.
funniest lines. I love
He's
it.
like, I am here for you. And also, that's a white guy doing the Splinter voice. And
of
I
course,
could be
yeah.
wrong, but I think that they overdubbed Shredder's voice with a white guy.
Shredder's also
and
a
it's
white
but
guy,
he's
yeah.
definitely an Asian actor.
But Danny's in their hideout. He's like, hey, this is what's going on, blah, 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 blah. But then he sees April's pictures, and he's like, oh, those are so cool.
Can I have one? And his line reading on "Can I have one?" It's fucking weird. I've thought about that line my whole life too. Because what you would say is,
It's such a
what
weird
you would
moment.
say is, "Can I have one?" But what he says is, "Can I have one?" Like.
Emphasis
For
is
real.
everything. She hands him one of her nice pictures, and he
Folds it
immediately
up,
folds it up,
smearing
a bunch and puts it in his back
the
pocket.
colors for sure. Stuffs it in his wet sewer stained back pocket.
So then he goes back to the clan headquarters, right? And then they're trying to interrogate him. Where have you been? Why are you like this?
Why are you like this?
Why are you like this? And they take the picture out of his back pocket. And they're like, turtles.
And
Gotta go to where turtles is.
And keep in mind, at this point, I think somebody described meeting the turtles to Shredder. And just from the description of their fighting style, he gets a bug in his brain that, like, I recognize this fighting style.
But Splinter also, in that moment, reveals that Danny has the mark of his master's former rival who killed his master and his master's
Yeah, the Foot
wife.
Clan symbol.
Because they were also rivals in love.
Wow, it's just, what a fucking story, dude. Like, what a fucking story. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's about, this is about a rat. Who was
He kills the wife. He kills
Lets the rat go.
master, and then the rat shoots off at his face and scratches him up. It's a very
and he
good
cuts
scene.
the rat's
rat
ear.
just shoots out
He
of his
cuts the
skin.
rat's ear off, right? And then he just leaves.
And then he's like,
and the rat, it's
off
not
I
like
go.
he tried to slash the rat and the rat runs away. He cuts the rat's ear off and goes, now you'll remember. Now you'll
Yeah,
always
and the rat
remember
just sadly
Orokusaki.
sits next to the master. So then we have Shredder's like, I'm gonna go kill the turtles myself. And then they have their final confrontation. Danny and Splinter talk all the other kids into being good kids now, so they all show up to the fight too. But the turtles do the classic ninja fight where there's 4 of them, but
Fighting
they all are
one-on-one.
Like, let's one at
And
a time
one of
do
them,
this
he even
thing.
says, I'm going next. One of them is even like, I'm going next. Like, you guys, like, I get it.
They even do like a rock paper
Yes.
scissors.
I'll
Sort of
shoot
thing,
you
where
for
like,
it.
Who's gonna
I'll
fight
shoot you
next?
for
And, yeah, he's just like, oh man, and it was like, you could do it together. You do better, guys.
Dude.
So Shredder beats
and
them
even
all.
when they try and attack together, I believe he does too. This is Oroku Saki.
Yeah, and then he finally gets one where he has like a knife to the throat or like one of his hand blades or something, and he's like, "Drop your weapons," and they all do it, and he's like, "You idiots! Maybe you could have beaten me
that's right.
together
Yes."
And I was like, they are still together. Like
They just don't have their weapons now. They are still mutant turtles with super strength.
Yes, and also like he throws his nunchaku off the roof, and they hook around the ladder, which is really convenient because Splinter shows up just as I think it's Raph is about to get killed.
Isn't that a fucking reveal, dude?
Yeah.
Splinter with the street light behind him somehow on a roof. I don't know how there's a street light on a roof, but he looks fucking ready to go, dude. Like the Jim Henson of this all is so good. Like that Splinter fucking puppet. Like you say what you want about. Sometimes you see the Donatello. There's two big famous shots. Where if you pause it, you can fully see the actor's face inside the robot mask.
That's
a lot of the stuff in her apartment is like that because of how they lit it. But and they were shooting so fast. Can you imagine how fast they were shooting those scenes, dude? But yeah, that Splinter looks so fucking cool. And he's like, that's when Shredder finally realizes you're that rat. I thought you were a different rat with one ear that knows the exact kung fu.
Shredder takes off his mask and is like, you did this to me.
You did this to me.
Still dub over him. They mostly cut away to show Splinter when Shredder's talking.
However, they really could have played that up because the style at the time was if they would show the dub, for the kung fu movies. So Shredder, and I've always loved that spear that Shredder has. I don't know what it is, but that's such a badass. Like I want the NECA. There's a NECA Shredder toy of that scene that's so fucking cool. But so Shredder lunges at fucking Splinter, who moves out of the way.
This is maybe the most anticlimactic, like, big villain losing a fight that I've ever seen.
They didn't have any money. They couldn't shoot more scene. They couldn't shoot a fight between
Shredder lunges with the spear and Splinter's like, no.
But see, that's just it though. That's how Splinter would do it. Yeah. Splinter takes the nunchucks, and that's such a cool shot. I think when the nunchucks wrap around the spear, he just flips Splinter. Or he flips Shredder off the thing, and it is so cool, right? Yeah. And Shredder falls into a garbage truck.
Yeah, Splinter has like a final line because I was like, oh, he's gonna save him or whatever. He's gonna give him redemption, and he's just like a mean line, and then drops him in the dump truck.
And then the greatest moment of this whole movie happens a few seconds later when Casey Jones
casually kills a man,
turns on so spoiler alert, they covered this movie on Scott Hasn't Seen, the Comedy Bang Bang World podcast, and they made a lot of hay over how fucking hilarious it is that Casey Jones just kills it shows his
nobody has died.
Well, Splinter's master died. And his wife, they killed a couple. They killed a woman.
Like a past.
and then you see Shredder's helmet get crushed. And he's still alive in the second movie. It is canonically, it is the same Shredder character. It's a different actor and everything, but
sure.
But like, Casey Jones turned, like, that's one of the greatest things. He goes, whoops, like a joke, like, whoops, I'll just squish this motherfucker.
Can you imagine doing that makes you think, like casual joke where you murdered a person?
Nowadays? Yeah. No, not at all. Unless that's part of the bit, like it's in The Boys. Unless
that's like in real life, if you were like holding a gun to someone's head as like a bit, you're like bang bang, and like it did it.
But that's what you wanted to happen.
Reaction would be.
Like I would be like, oh, that's what I expected. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, Casey
that's
Jones
why
just
I shot you
up at night, and she's like, oh. I thought that was a gag lever.
No. But see, you're getting this wrong. Casey Jones knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he's done this
what that reveals.
Before.
What that reveals to you is that Casey Jones is not like the Batman. Yeah. Casey Jones has definitely killed like he was going to murder those people that like Raphael saved those guys from being murdered.
Yep.
Like they were going to be brutally killed by sports equipment. And I never liked the only reason they do the romance between Casey Jones and April is because they're the only two human characters. Like, because I think that's dumb. Like,
the turtles are also teenagers.
I did not really ship them. If anything, you're shipping Michelangelo and April, but that's weird because turtle dick. Well, yeah, but what does that mean? Like, it means he's 15 years old. I guess it means, but he's also a mutant turtle. So is the age of consent different for mutants? I guess is what I would.
They seem to have human intelligence, so.
Oh, so that's what you think? So
roughly the intelligence of a 15-year-old.
I'm gonna stop this conversation now. Because I do not know where it's going to go. But no, I mean, so then Splinter at the end, they're all saying they're saying the turtles are celebrating. They're saying their funny catchphrases, and Splinter goes, this is another thing they made a lot of hay about on fucking Scott Hasn't Seen, because Splinter goes, I've always been partial to cowabunga, and then they're all laughing. And the last line of this film is Splinter saying, ha ha, I made a funny.
I didn't catch that.
That's the last line of dialogue of the movie. And I have always, really that has rung out in my mind since I was a child.
Yeah.
How fucking hilarious it is. That's the last line of it. And he didn't actually make a joke. Like, he didn't make a joke.
It funny.
He did. I don't even think he made it. I guess it was just funny that Splinter would say cowabunga. but yeah. And so there you go. The turtles saved the day. The cops, rather than shooting all of the kids, which is what they would do today, that police chief lets them go. And also, I like that April O'Neil is ACAB. Like, I definitely love that she just fucking hates the cops. It opens, that opening scene that you were talking about.
Yeah.
In that opening scene, she says, unfortunately, the only place we have to turn is the police. Like,
yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Fucking like, rules.
The mindset of the 80s is so interesting because, like, so many villains and kids' things were, like, rich guys and land developers and stuff. And I was just like, yeah, we had it, like, right in the 80s, I guess.
Captain Planet is the really most accurate
rich people.
like it's so funny because Captain Planet was as popular as it was, but some of the AI bros that are fucking melting our world right now grew up watching Captain Planet. So you fucked up, Captain Planet. They didn't get the message.
But that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What a great what did you think? You'd never seen it?
I liked it. It's fun.
It's like a weird little noir New York kung fu movie. It's so strange.
It's a little long for me to like sit and watch alone in my house. I'll say that. And if there were folks over, maybe it would have been like more fun and like I'd be feeling it more with a group, but like.
And it's funny because they didn't make a good Ninja Turtles movie again until the second Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movie. Like the first Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movie was terrible, but then they did the second one and they went, hey, we're just gonna. People have been pissing and moaning about how we haven't just put Krang and shit in the fucking live action stuff. So we're just going to do all the Krang stuff. There's a plot line in Out of the Shadows, the second Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movie, where they can turn human. They get like a reversogen or something, like where it removes the turtle genes and makes you human. And it's kind of like a would you conform if you could? Isn't your individuality like... And I didn't like that because, yes, the turtles have sometimes been like, I want to be able to go do stuff. I don't want to have to hide. But ultimately, they did like being turtles. And so I didn't like that.
Yeah. I mean, there are several lines in this movie in which... I think it's Donatello's just like,
yeah, he literally says he loves being a turtle. Like, and so that I didn't like so much. And it's the Michael Bay of it, like the CG slop filmmaking of it.
Yeah.
But the
creatures look awful. Like the
turtles
themselves,
bad
look
turtles, but
terrible in that
they do
movie.
live action Bebop and Rocksteady for the first time in that, and they look pretty good. Like
That
they
sounds cool.
they do a good job. And then Krang and all that shit. It actually is like a live action cartoon. And they'd never done that before. Like at the end, the Technodrome is like flying out of a space portal, and the turtles like have to go up and stop it. It's like the closest to what I've always wanted from a Ninja Turtles movie, and it still kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So it makes me feel bad. But yeah, that's TMNT.
How does it compare to pizza? We don't really have copy because we kind of just ate at Domino's.
Yeah, and so I would say that is copy the first one always?
Copy is usually the first one.
Well, we don't have that to compare, but I will say that the script of this movie is better than any Domino's ad I've ever read.
We usually go off appearance first. Yeah,
I was
copy's
gonna
usually
say,
third. Yeah, we're on appearance. I think this movie looks kind of shitty.
Pizza wins, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And this is, even though I love all the practical Jim Henson effects and shit, you can't divorce it from the fact that you can see the actor's face in the robot head at times.
Yeah.
And you're really looking for a well-composed shot.
Yeah.
You know, there's a couple of really good shots when they get out to the country, but pizza all the way.
The pizza looks like a good pizza. It looks like a photo of a pizza.
And the movie looks like an indie movie of the time. An indie action movie, which is even worse.
You said food stuff versus cast and crews. This one's ingredients. So the ingredients that make up the pizza versus the ingredients that made up the film.
This is where I get to make up for giving the look to the pizza, because ingredients for sure is the movie.
Henson,
I mean, Jim Henson, you got fucking Corey Feldman, you got the guy that plays Raphael and is in everything else.
Mm-hmm. You got Eastman and Laird
just
involved. You've got Steve Barron, who went on to direct Coneheads.
That's right. He also, because I was looking at what else he directed, and yes, he did Coneheads, but he also did that creepy ass Pinocchio movie.
Yes.
Remember the creepy looking Pinocchio from when you were 5?
When he had like the wood texture on him and stuff.
Yes, that's this motherfucker.
Yeah, so that one goes to Turtles movie. Writing, script versus that one's a wash. So we're tied so far.
I would say that
you're just gonna give it to Turtles.
I'm going to give it to Turtles.
I'd give it to Turtles
because
too.
I love the comics and stuff. I think that the writing around the Turtles franchise is fantastic.
Yeah, I guess I also read some copy for the People's Pizza. It wasn't good, and it was a bad idea.
It certainly wasn't, and it was AI.
How did it sit with you? Did it leave you thinking versus did it leave you pooping?
So Domino's pizza never affects my tummy
Yeah.
in a bad way, I don't think. It's
But I
usually
will
pretty
say,
easy to
like,
digest.
If I watch a Turtles movie, it would probably be between this and like Mutant Mayhem. Versus if I got pizza, it would almost certainly be Pizza Hut or like something else. And Domino's is fairly low on my chain pizza ratings. Yeah. I didn't give mine, but it might be last.
No, that's okay. That's okay. We can be different, dude. And honestly, I eat garbage. Like my favorites, I'll eat fancy dinner. Like I'll eat a fucking fancy steak if somebody else is paying.
I'll eat trash too. Trash out of a garbage.
I will eat the Kroger craft dinner all fucking day. But yeah, so I give that to the Turtles.
Turtles. And then
because because it does leave you thinking.
Yeah.
Like honestly, watching this Turtles movie leaves you thinking, how did they make this?
I'm going to be thinking about the casual murder at the end for a while because it's very funny.
It gets you thinking.
It's just a funny thing to do.
Like, because it really makes you go, oh, so Casey Jones was going to kill those guys when Raphael.
It's also
so
just
he was going to murder those kids.
It is a relatively kids movie, for the entire movie, and then he just casually kills a person at the end, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Again, they do describe the brutal murder of a man and his girlfriend, but yes,
but it's done
you
in
don't
this,
see it.
pasty way that I think you would do in a Disney thing where you're just oh, it's in this weirdly lit scene. There's jokes.
It's
in
a story.
Yeah. Even the turtles speak up in one of those flashbacks, and they're in the camera pans over to them in the same
jokes.
lighting as the past scenes.
Yes, I love, and I love when they tell the story.
Yeah, it's a good bit.
They're lit. It's dark.
Yeah.
because it's cheaper.
So
All I could think about is like, honestly, every criticism that I could have about this movie probably just boils down to they had X dollars to adapt a fucking cartoon about 4 mutant ninja turtles.
But also, like, if they were given infinite money, I don't know if they come out with a better movie.
They just come out with something that looks a little cleaner, I think. But
and then finally, to my taste, was the pizza or the film more to my taste?
I have to give this to the Turtles.
I do too.
Because I remember, I fucking remember.
Yeah.
I remember how important this fucking shit was. Like, and like, when I think about it now, liking the Turtles informed like everything that I like. Like, I prefer things that are sci-fi. I prefer monsters. I prefer tales of like science and it's just so my shit, dude. It's just like,
I think I'll leave my answer to this up to the partners in crime. On the half shell, they're the heroes for. In this day and age, who could ask for more?
Yes! Is this the song from the end?
The crime wave is high, with muggings mysterious. All police and detectives are furious, 'cause they can't find the source of this lethally evil force. This is serious, so give me a quarter. I was a witness. Give me a reporter.
That's great. Dude, and next year, spoiler alert, I think next year we might end up watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. Yeah. And that has an incredibly famous rap in it that I think you might even be familiar with, even having never seen the movie.
Yeah, good.
Do you know about Vanilla Ice? You know
I know he's in there. I know he's in there.
Yeah, he does the ninja rap.
Oh, that's good. This is one of the worst songs written for film I've ever heard.
Of course it is. They say Raphael's the leader. That's not even right.
Yeah. Headed by Shredder, they were anything but good. Misguided, unloved, they call them the Foot.
Foot and good do not rhyme.
They could terrorize and be angry youth, and they mugged the people who needed proof.
Well, so here's what happened with this. This is the writers of the movie writing the rap, and then they gave it to a rapper to record. Because the music sounds very much hip hop of the time, like New York hip hop of the time. And ninja rap is,
here you go.
A much better song.
This is near the end. It goes, pizza's the food that's sure to please. These ninjas are into pepperoni and cheese. Back to the story. It's not hard to find.
Back to the story.
Ninjas not just of the body, but of the mind. Those were the words that their master instructed, but a letter from Shredder had Splinter abducted. It's also such
a letter from Shredder had Splinter abducted. Dude, yeah, man. It's just so good. I love, and I did collect Ninja Turtle figures as an adult. I went to every Target in Minneapolis looking for all of the Stan Sakai fucking Usagi Yojimbos that they released a few years ago. Yeah. I have them all in package, and I have open ones as well.
Yeah.
Like, I have all of the repaints of the Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures that they released when they just decided to repaint them all.
That's weird, yeah.
Like, I have all of the repaints in package in comic book boxes in the office. I don't know if they're worth any money or ever will be. I don't know, but I know these are the semi-modern ones. Yeah. So, like, I just remember they looked cool as fuck when I had them on my wall. I had everything hanging because I love seeing a bunch of carded fucking action figures. Like, I've got carded. You can see them on the wall right now. Yep. But yeah, so thank you for doing this. Do we don't have a game, do we? We're at 3 hours. Okay, cool. Let's do it.
So
let's fucking do it.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles spawned a bunch of knockoffs. We talked about them earlier.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Such as Kung Fu Dino Posse, Dinosaucers, Extreme Dinosaurs, Danger Rangers. So I've made a game called Teenage Samurai Street Bikers from Mutant Shark Pizza Mars. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm naming villains from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or one of its knockoff versions, and you will be telling me TMNT, SPC, SS, or BMFM. So that's Biker Mice from Mars, Street Sharks,
Okay.
Samurai Pizza Cats, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Holy shit. And I mean, Turtles is the only one I'm familiar with. You don't even have Toxic Crusader in there? That's one of the ones that was like...
That's not one of the big ones. These are the big ones.
It's not. And Toxic Crusader was not like Turtles really at all.
Yeah,
It was
just using the pastiche.
Yeah.
So first up, we have Slobster.
What are my options again? We got Biker Mice from Mars.
You got Biker Mice
Samurai
from Mars,
Pizza Cats.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Street Sharks, and Samurai Pizza Cats.
Street Sharks.
Correct.
I knew it. Yeah, he's got a long tongue, I think, if I recall. You've seen the Vin Diesel hawking Street Sharks, right?
No, but I love
God.
Street Sharks.
I'm so sorry that we're 3 hours into this and but you got it. We're not going to look it up now, but after we're done, maybe after I stop, I'll remind you.
Yeah, do it.
Because so Vin Diesel was hired by Hasbro or whoever did Street Sharks. You know how like you go to conventions. So he's doing like a convention demo of the playing with the toys.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. And he's like doing voices and stuff. Dude, it's
I'm looking
it's
at it.
really fucking good.
That's good.
Yeah. So I got that one right. Street Sharks.
Okay.
Boom.
Question 2, or I guess character 2, Superfly.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yep. Correct.
The new one too.
Malcolm Medusa the Third.
Malcolm Medusa the Third. I want to say Biker Mice from Mars, but I think it's Samurai Pizza Cats. Samurai Pizza Cats?
Ooh, unfortunately, that is another Street Sharks.
I'm not as familiar with Street Sharks. I just know that they're jawsome.
They are jawsome. Ronaldo Rump.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, that's a Biker Mice from Mars, and that is a Donald Trump character.
I'm not going to be good at these. Continue.
Bad Max, a.k.a. Cro-Magnon.
Biker Mice from Mars.
Oh, that's Samurai Pizza Cats.
Oh, see, the Samurai Pizza Cats and the Biker Mice from Mars ones, they're all going to be interchangeable to me.
Killamari.
Killamari is Turtles.
Oh, that's Street Sharks.
What? Okay, so I think you might have to. I think that I think there might be a Turtles Killamari as well, and he's a squid.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Let's see, Killamari.
Even when you make a game I should be good at, I get embarrassed. Okay.
No Killamari in TMNT. Lawrence Limburger, the other big villain from this series.
Biker Mice from
that
Mars.
So Biker Mice from Mars, 2 big villains are a rich guy and a Donald Trump, so another rich guy.
A cheese man.
Ronaldo Rump is
that's
Donald
right.
Trump
That's
with
right.
a big butt. Mutagen Man.
Oh, well, obviously that's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but Mutagen Man is one of my favorite toys because he had a clear body that you could fill with mutagen. I never did. I just filled it with water because it'd be gross.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mutagen Man actually is one of the great fucking Playmates toys because you could take his parts off. Anyway, continue.
Ground Chuck and Dirtbag.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ground Chuck and Dirtbag. I actually have a Ground Chuck original 5-year release, mint on card in my collection, and I believe I have a Dirtbag as well.
Well,
those are the ones I did not have to sell when my cat got sick.
Nice. You're currently at 5. If you got one more, you beat the average.
Okay.
Jerry Attrick.
Street Sharks.
No, that's Samurai Pizza Cats.
I knew it was either Biker Mice from Mars or Samurai fucking Pizza Cats.
That was the last question.
No. Okay. Fine. You did get some of my favorites in though.
Good.
Like I remember also Pomida is so weird because it was 5 years later because it's when they did the 5-year anniversary release. Ground Chuck was one of those toys. And I remember seeing the Ground Chuck figure on the sprue and being like, that's the coolest fucking figure I've ever seen in my life. The design and the colors and the fucking man, Playmates was just fucking on it, dude. Like,
Oh yeah.
people talk about He-Man and Masters of the Universe toys. I think that the toys that Playmates produced from like 1987 to 1993 are and yes, they're the ones from when I was a kid, so I'm gonna say they're the best. But it's not like I stopped looking at, reading about, or collecting toys when I became an adult. Like, those are the best toys.
The NECA ones are good too, but yeah,
They are, dude. They're fucking. Oh man, I've got a NECA Toka and Razor on my shelf right now. They're the only NECA ones I've got. They're the cartoon colorway. So when they put the Turtles 2 villains in the cartoon, this is what they looked like.
Do you want a bonus round to possibly win?
Sure.
Name any street shark.
Name any street shark. And here's the thing. That video that we're going to watch after this of Vin Diesel, he tells you all their names and like what they're about.
A video you supposedly love.
Yeah, right? Bruiser?
Ooh, no.
Okay.
Wrong.
What are they?
Ripster.
Ripster. Oh, Bruiser is
Jab.
Jab.
Streaks.
Is there a Jaws? Is there one that's just named Jaws?
No, there's the best one though. Slamoo.
So Ripster is what I was thinking of when I made my guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never watched Street Sharks. And in fact, I never watched any of those. I didn't even watch Toxic Crusader. I just collected the toys because they were in the same scale as the Ninja Turtles, but they were so much cooler. Like the Toxic Avenger toy or Toxic Crusader toys. Holy shit, they are fucking good.
Yeah.
Best toys Playmates ever produced. They got the two-headed guy. Where he's like one side is like a mad scientist and the other side is a surfer dude. That's like one of the best 4.5-inch character toys ever.
Look at Moby Lick. He had a great toy. But we've been here for too long. So thank you for listening.
Thank you for
Leave us a
listening.
review. Send us an email at the name of the show at gmail.com. I don't remember it. It's moviesovermyhammy.
Hey, no ads. You just listened to a 3-hour podcast with no fucking ads. So you're welcome.
That's right. We have the meats.
Yep. That's that's for next week's a little teaser. Thank you for listening, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Movies Over My Hammy. If you know of a promotional item or have literally anything else of interest that we should know about at Movies Over My Hammy headquarters, you can email the podcast at moviesovermyhammy, all one word, at gmail.com. And please, for the love of Satan, like, subscribe, rate, review, tell everybody you know about this podcast. We're counting on you. Everything is going to be okay.
Not enough podcast about fast food. Not enough podcast about movie. Not enough podcast where two average guys talk about those things for you. Movies over my hammy. Movies over my hammy.
Wait, what's the show?